There it is. Well, welcome, chat. To the live stream. I reset up my table again. You wouldn't know this from looking at it, but we have the same set here. But we have a few things to talk about tonight. I'm sure we're all gonna have lots of fun and not regret drinking whatsoever. Smiley face. Howdy, King of Weebs. How are you this fine evening? Man, you know, I was thinking to myself about like YouTube stuff. I don't know what YouTube stuff necessarily is, but I was thinking to myself about YouTube stuff. And for some reason, I came up with like the weirdest thing. I don't know. But as you can see, you get to see my precious hands again. In fact, if you go further up, you'll see that scar from the great fictitious war of 99. I'm doing all right. In fact, I could be a lot better, but unfortunately, I got this drink that I might have messed up on. This not margarita, but we're gonna drink it anyways because I have to. I'm not wasting drinks here. Oh god, whoops! I'm spilling it. We're doomed. We're already doomed, bros. You know what? It's fine. It's not in the mouse. It's around it, which means it'll be fine. Smiley face. Okay. So, check this out, chat. I have, at least 2 videos that I wanted to show you today. But, no, actually, I take that back. 3 videos I want to show you today. And one of them is an anime video, and one of them is a video game video. And I'm almost convinced that this dude that made this one video, I honestly think that it might be a troll video, to be real with you. Actually, I think it is a troll video. Never mind, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I think I might be getting trolled. This is a troll. Obviously. Well, anyways, we might have a 3rd video anyways. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out as we do. Troll time. I'm not getting trolled. Listen, if I already clicked off of it, do I really get trolled? I guess I should probably drink this since I've already spilled it. What is this again? Tequila. Where's the Jack? It's on top of the other thing. Is Halo Infinite campaign bad? Well, so I don't want to take views away from the Act Man, but wait, what is today?
Putting aside...
Okay, hang on. So he only did... Wait, part 1 of... I think that's, like, because of the multiplayer. But he only finished the campaign 3 days ago. I did not like Halo Infinite. I felt like Halo Infinite to me was... Wait, and I keep freezing, so that doesn't help. I didn't have that much problems with freezing as much as I was like, I don't know, just not interested in it. But we can watch the Dreamcast guy do the thing. Actually, oh god. We will look at his video, and then I will tell you. You know what? We'll wait. But I want to hear, what do you guys do like every single week when I'm not here? Should I stream more days a week? Smiley face. You should try cotton candy and martini. Some people like it. Oh, that sounds great. You know, I forgot to like send out a tweet about this. Who cares? That doesn't matter. I felt kind of indifferent with it, so I haven't bought it yet. My personal opinion here, chat. Do not buy that game. If you want to play Halo Infinite's campaign, buy it, or not buy it, but Like, play it on Game Pass. That's my suggestion. Play it on Game Pass. And the reason I say that is because that game is a full $60. Yeah, but if you have the deal, get it on Game Pass for like $1 for 3 months. Let that be your purchase. I think I juiced it up too much. Or that, or I haven't had a margarita in a while. My shitty margarita. Oh, you, Alex, and Fred are streaming. I can't watch all three of you at once. You know, I saw that they were streaming, but I was like, I can't not stream. My weeks are all boring mostly, but it's holidays, so I wouldn't mind more streams. Okay. You know what? I will try to figure out a video, and I might make one on this one that we're gonna watch today. And I say today, but I mean tonight. It's obviously nighttime. It's 8 o'clock. I lied to you. I wasn't streaming at 8. I'm streaming now. I said, you know what? I got it all here. I could have waited, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure this dude is like this one dude that I'm looking at. Don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm pretty sure this dude is like the weirdest contrarian for no fucking reason. And you know what? I know one stream that I do want to dedicate my time to. It's gonna be lit. Also, as you can tell, I have my mouse pad thing lit up, which I don't know if it's been lit up in like other videos, but in case it hasn't been, I have it lit up now. Hang on. I'm trying to see if like this is the same guy, and I want to say that it isn't. Is it? You know that one video? It was it's one that we watched on stream. It was like the Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Is this the same guy? No, this is a different guy. Obviously.
What?
Oh, God. Why are videos so fucking loud? Anyways, no, it's a different guy, but I'm sure there's no difference. But you know, NECRO is a base gamer because everything has RGB. Absolutely. My mouse pad has RGB. My headphone thing that I don't have plugged in has RGB. But soon. Now, if only my drinks had RGB. I guess they kind of are. It's blue. And then you can change it to green. Wait. His glass doesn't... Oh my god. His glass doesn't have it, so nope. You know what? Oh, you know what? We're going to do that on a different stream. We're not going to do it this week. This Saturday. We're not going to do it then. I want to do a thing where it's, His dildo has RGB. I'm hate you guys. All right. Anyways, since you guys want to be fucking smart to me today, we're gonna go ahead and jump. We're gonna jump on into like, the pretty much the thing that we're here for, which is Halo Infinite and the honest campaign review from everyone's favorite fucking gamer. Not me. I'm not your gamer. I am your friend. We are friends here. But it's Dreamcast guy. The fucking Dreamcast guy. Again, every time I see this fucking intro, it makes me viscerally angry. DSP is a... God damn it. I need to get that... Someone remind me. Exclamation point remind me, chat. I need to ask Griffin for, like, sound bites. King of Weaves says, for the... Holy shit. I drank before this, okay? A little bit before this, and I was getting already kind of lit. King of Weaves with the $5 super chat that says, that drink looks really good. Keep that... You guys are making me angry. I need to get the sound clips.
Was I wrong about Halo Infinite?
Probably.
Before this game actually came out, I was very, very nervous about the quality it would be released in.
Like what?
Because...
By the way, you can tell that he uses... Vegas Pro, because I kind of still use it, but with Vegas Pro, it makes all of your videos not 60 frames per second, no matter how hard you try.
After so many major developers have left this project, the amount of times there were some very troubling leaks, I was genuinely a bit thinking that this game would launch undercooked.
He's thinking something different than what I was.
And I was sort of right.
What?
This is a fun game. I'm glad I beat it. I'm going to just completely finish the map. But as it stands, Halo Infinite doesn't seem like a full product. What's up, gamers?
Why does he do 2 intros? Also, I mean, he's kind of not wrong. I need to drink more for Dreamcast Guy. Cheers, chat. Here's to you, my kings and queens, since Spooky's here.
Guy here, and this is my honest review for the Halo Infinite campaign.
Now, wait a minute. To give you guys some context here, Dreamcast Guy rated the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, the definitive edition. He gave that a 9. Let me remind you, the game that was actually fucking terrible and barely functioned as a game, he gave a 9. I wonder what he gives this one.
Now, if you have any interest in the Halo Infinite multiplayer specifically, I've already done a separate video talking about that, because I've done about 65 hours of the multiplayer, and I'm kind of a monster at it. But today we're going to be talking about the story, this open world elements of it, and the changes they've made that I do think improve the Halo gameplay style. But
no, the open world, in my opinion, chat, the open world kind of is a step down. I don't like that Halo is open world, and I've only played the one Halo. Me and Jeans ran through it together. And after experiencing Championship Edition, the first one, I know I'm saying it that way on purpose, okay? Before you guys start like hopping down my fucking jeans. Combat Evolved was a fun game, and me and Jeans went through that, and then I think we went through Halo Reach as well. There's something about the way that something handcrafted when it's a first-person shooter feels great. Open world, unless you are an open world franchise, this does not work.
To begin with, let's talk about the story, because this is where things kind of feel the most undercooked.
Oh boy.
Halo Infinite is almost sort of a reboot. It's...
Why does he do this in every video? It feels like a reboot. Sure.
Taking things back to the roots. It's just Master Chief alone on a gigantic Halo ring.
But that's not how the first game started, though. It started out in space. What is he talking about?
Huge units out in the middle of space, covered in aliens and some very basic puzzles.
They were invading the ship. You're invading their ship. In this one, you're invading their ship.
Despite having a familiar...
And they kind of invaded yours, but you don't play that segment. But the segment that you do play, you're taking over theirs.
Setting, Halo Infinite is a very different animal from previous freaking games.
Not really.
Like, first and foremost is the fact that this is a very, very expansive map. At any
it's not that huge of a map.
Time you can choose to go to pretty much any of the major areas. Later on, you do unlock different pieces of the map, but you can just straight up drive from one end to the other. And
wow, you can drive from one end of a map to the other? Great reboot. Also, all of the areas are unlocked. When you first play this game, every area is unlocked. The only parts you can't get to are the ones specifically gated off because of story. And after that story's done, you still can't go back to it.
In fact, at one point, just for funsies, I decided to use my grapple hook to climb to the top of the very highest mountain in the entire game. And just getting a chance to glance at this huge territory, it began to sink in that this is the new age of Halo.
Well, that's unfortunate. I hope you feel better.
Now, in the course of this game, you kind of realize that you need to have played the other ones to get this.
Huh?
I know that Halo Infinite sort of wants to be the jumping on point. This is almost sort of a reboot, but...
oh, Jesus Christ.
If you haven't played the previous 6 Halo games...
He's including Reach in this.
which is the main frickin' series, and also Halo Reach, you're not gonna understand a
I tried to hold it. I tried to hold in my laughter for it because this is not. You don't need to know anything going into this game. This is what makes Halo Infinite not that terrible. Is that yeah, you can skip Reach, which falls by the way, in 4 and 5. The Master Chief Saga is Halo 1, 2, 3, and Infinite. Absolutely. Yeah, that's it. Gene's already got it. That's the cover. Wait a minute. Okay, this is only friends list, so it's fine. Please don't tell me you tried calling me. Uh-oh. But I like that this is. You need to play these other games. Remember when he said you needed to watch all of the other anime? You know what? I'm tired of bringing that up. Hang on. Chat, you're about to get a fucking lesson today, okay? God bless. I need to go for his videos, and there's one for Jump Force. Incredible. This is gonna be your biggest fucking nightmare. And it's actually not that far in, I think. It might be like right around here.
Very big flaws. So let's talk about how this game plays. As you can see, this is sort of an over-the-shoulder beat-em-up that allows you to fly towards your opponent, use big special moves, and constantly try and pound them into the dirt.
Wow. So a fighting game.
There is something about this that's very, very unique, and I want to talk about that first, which is that this is a team-based fighter, meaning that you pick at the beginning 3 different people that you want to play as. But where this
People?
stands apart is that they share a single health bar, meaning that if you manage to kill any of these players, you win the entire round. The first person to win 2 rounds wins the entire match. Now, I think that this is a very interesting change because it makes it where instead of trying to constantly swap out different opponents to drag a certain round out, instead what you're doing is focusing on what each player's particular skills are.
It kind of doesn't matter in this game, by the way.
Like if I'm playing as Kenshin, he obviously has a sword that gives him slightly longer range. And he's also got some really good dash attacks.
By the way, this game is getting delisted in February, so you better go ahead and buy it now.
So if I'm using him, I'm going to be trying to focus on using the combos of his that are the most effective against that particular person. On the other hand, if I suddenly get cornered and I'm getting my freaking face pounded in by Frieza or Vegeta or something, then I
Yeah, he said that.
I need to be able to instantly swap out for somebody who's going to be extra strong against that
Wait, how is he going to say Vegeta and I'm the drunk one here?
guy. Now, as you see all these characters, I'm sure it's immediately apparent, but this is all from the Shonen Jump universe.
I would never have noticed with a name like Jump Force. Jump forces you to delist their game. I wish that were the case. Listen, it's not a terrible game. It's just a really, really, really strange game.
Which means you're going to be seeing people like Naruto or people from Yu Yu Hakusho. It is
Man, he says it quick.
definitely very, very focused on weebs. I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just saying that this is all about anime fandom. Now, I do want to say that something I feel like is a little bit of a drawback.
This is it. Are you guys ready? Drink this one in before we go back to the Halo video. Drink this part in.
First thing that I really want to focus on as a drawback is the fact that this game requires prior knowledge.
Huh?
You have to know these shows very, very well to be good at fighting online.
Help! Oh, all right. So, okay, so okay, so just keep that in mind, okay? That this is who you're getting the review from. Is you're getting it from Dreamcast. Oh my god. Imagine you play a fighting game, and if you haven't played the other fighting games, well, too bad, bucko. What is learning the game?
Single bit of what's going on in this game. In fact, it's probably a good idea to at least Google the plot lines of the spin-off series Halo Wars.
Anyways,
Halo Infinite tries to establish this new threat called the Banished,
they're in Halo Wars 2, by the way.
which do kind of suck. Like, not to be overly
Wait, what?
rude, but the problem is that the Banished are sort of like a new style of the Covenants.
Didn't he just tell... Okay, hang on. I have to go back. I have to go back for a few seconds because you're gonna... This is how...
This new threat called the Banished, which do kind of suck. Like, not to be overly rude, but the problem is that the Banished are sort of like a new style of the Covenants.
No, they are literally the Covenant, and they are, like Gene said, they're rejected. The rejected Covenant people. Or they, you know what I mean. It's all the different fucking enemies, like the Grunts and the Elites. Like, they broke off and they made the Banished. That's what this is. So the Brutes and everything, I am Buzz. But the Brutes and everything, they're right here. It's all the same enemy. So this is technically the Covenant. They just call them the Banished because they're from the Covenant. This is in the game. How does he not know this?
They're evil aliens, but this time their cult is even more vicious. They worship power and might. Their goal is to try and hunt down Master Chief and dismember him, but not...
Wasn't it just their mission was to pretty much wipe out humanity? That's why they had Spartan Killer in it? Did he play this game?
For any sort of, like, specific holy reasons.
Like, they didn't even know, like... Spoiler alert, at the very beginning of the game, Atriox, the leader, throws you into space. He yeets you into fucking space. And they kind of just end up killing everyone for a hot minute. And so the USNC, they get captured and they have little camps on Zeta Halo where you're going to be playing in this open world at. And you save them. And the whole point is that you're going to, piece by piece, put the USNC back together. UNSC, fuck it, you know what I mean.
They just want to do it because they think it'd be a really good time. But during the course of this game, you really get a chance to see that this almost feels like the later seasons of a TV show. Like, you know, at the end of Game of Thrones, where they started just trying to invent problems and invent solutions.
Huh?
This does sort of feel like just another excuse to have Master Chief shoot stuff. Maybe.
And that's still a good thing, though. You want Master Chief to shoot things. Because you heard the people... Okay, so Halo fans, get ready to be mad, okay? I got something for you. You guys did not like Reach, and you didn't like Halo 3 ODST. Prove me wrong.
Maybe that's enough. Just getting a chance.
And if you say you do, that's cope. That's cap, actually. Because it wasn't Master Chief. And then you had to go back and play them because those were all the games that you had. And I bet you're not going to play Halo 5, are you?
To shoot aliens is enough fun for me. But let's talk about how things have managed to shift in tone. This is a game that tries to be funny.
Huh?
Which still feels strange.
Wait, how does it try to be funny? What?
Every single character you encounter attempts to make jokes. Like, straight up, you can even listen to the aliens talking while...
Wow, he didn't play any of the Halo games. What the fuck is he talking about?
You're hidden, and they'll make jokes about trying to drink farts. Master Chief makes all sorts of dry lines about, we need to stop this weapon, no matter what. Like, every single character...
Oh, God. Wow. Dialogue is something I didn't think he would touch on, and he somehow made this the worst fucking review I think I've seen.
Tries to make jokes, and it feels like this Marvel Cinematic Universe thing where they stop, they make an awkward joke, and then they acknowledge that the joke is awkward.
What game did he play?
Which feels kind of inappropriate. Like,
what?
If the jokes were good, maybe I'd be more forgiving of it, but...
Bro, the jokes are good. He's fucking stupid. So the grunts in the game, the little short childlike creatures, kind of, they always say something fucking funny because that's what they've always done. And then when you die to them, they like I died to one of them, and he goes, "Wow, we killed Master Chief, or we killed the Spartan." Like, man, I gotta like, man, victory sure feels good, but I'm getting tired of getting all of these, or something like that. And then like even the propaganda towers, like it's just them crying like, I don't care if the mic is on. He's doing a fucking Wings of Redemption, and it's fucking great. I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
But it's weird to hear people discussing humor in the middle of a massive intergalactic war. But
it's not a war. That is far from the truth. This is not a war.
I guess that's kind of just the nature of modern day writing.
Oh boy.
But let's talk about the quests in this game, because
you mean the open world? Sure.
Here is where I feel like the game is the best and also the most different.
Oh, he didn't say worse, so I guess that's a thing.
Clearest way I can explain this is that there's basically two separate styles of missions. There's main missions and there's side target missions.
They're just blips on a map, bro.
Now, they're basically weird because all the side quests are above ground.
What, you know, he's missing a lot. Look at that. Like, the grunt says, I don't want to die. I want to live forever. Like, you know that's not going to happen. You're fucking Master Chief for killing, like, alien creatures.
These are things like trying to knock over a resupply base. It's rescuing a bunch of civilians who are stuck on this ring. Or it could be things like trying to take out a high value...
Wait. What did I just hear?
These are things like trying to knock over a resupply base. It's rescuing a bunch of civilians.
Whoo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Congratulations, Dreamcast guy. They're not civilians. You're literally rescuing squads. But nice try.
Who are stuck on this ring. Or it could be things like trying to take out a high-value target.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Whereas main quests, they're all underground. These are...
They're not all underground. Did he forget the one with the drilling that he like showed like 2 minutes ago?
Times where you're exploring Forerunner installations, hacking into secret ancient computers, or some...
Forerunners.
Sometimes just figuring out new giant plot reveals. And during the course of this, you realize that these two separate types of game, they're fun as heck.
No, they're missions to meant to keep you busy. It runs up the playtime that you have artificially. You don't have to do all these things. They're there if you want to do them. If you don't do them, you're not going to get your achievos, and you're definitely not going to get that armor coating, bro.
Like, straight up, the gameplay is truly king in Halo Infinite. Getting a chance to use these new gadgets, these new guns, actually blowing up people, like, I cannot express how exceedingly fun this game is. Like, straight up, I'm gonna make a dramatic statement. Screw the story. If you mute this game, put on some freaking music, and just hunt down everybody from...
But you're gonna be there all fucking year, because they keep respawning. Damn, I almost said it again. Dipshit.
One corner of the universe to the next.
You're only on a little chunk of it, but sure.
You're still absolutely going to get your money's worth. I loved every second of the combat itself. Even when I was cornered and getting hunted down by some really powerful elites, I enjoyed...
The elites were actually pretty easy.
...the thrill of battle. The controls in this game are just so pitch perfect when it comes to trying to drive around in a car and blast targets, or
doesn't know that there's a boost button, I think.
Stealing a Banshee to fly to the next mission, or sometimes just ambushing an enemy units that's between two of the major bases. Like, it feels so good to just screw people over and punch them to death. But more than that...
He's missing an enemy, he's missing an enemy!
I really enjoyed the mobility of Halo Infinite. Making this game open...
He has to be playing this on, like, fucking easy. He has to actually be playing this on, like, easy.
World was definitely my biggest concern, because some...
It's... whatever.
Games, when they try and give you a big open map, it feels empty.
This map is empty. There's sections of the map, chat, that do not have anything in them. This map is empty.
It feels useless, but
I completed this entire map in 12 hours. That in the story. The map and the story. It's 12 hours.
But here, every inch has a purpose. Even if it's not directly connected to the next major quest, it's nice to just sort of appreciate all the tiny details that are hidden around this world.
What tiny details? It's literally forest and enemies.
That make it feel much more realistic in
This is not realistic at all.
an alien sort of way. Like there's times where I was just hesitating inside of this spooky factory and watching what seems to be this like anti-gravity freaking crafting machine.
Huh?
It looks so cool. Like stuff like this makes it feel like a more built and established universe that we are unfortunately stuck trying to save.
Unfortunately, you're trying to save humanity. What the fuck are you talking about? Why is Dreamcast guy stupid?
Now this brings me to the key factor of the Halo Infinite's story that I really appreciated the most, which is that there is a surprising amount of respectful delicacy to this. A lot of stuff is very nonverbal, sometimes just the storytelling in the environments. Seeing things happen around you is sometimes done in a way that feels better than just straight up saying the lines.
Nothing in this story happens without it being said. Wait. Oh, another humans are the real monsters opinion? I have no idea at this point. I'm too lit to tell.
But one part of the spoken dialogue that really managed to impress me is that Master Chief's past has always been something that's a point of contention. It's something that I've always been the most interested in, because Master Chief was a child soldier. He was kidnapped at 6 years old and put in the military program that made him become Master Chief. They raised him. They surgically augmented his body. They built him into the super weapon. That way he could defend humanity.
The Forerunners already told us this story in 5, but no one played it. And 4 in a way.
And even though he is the best at his job,
Wait, sounds like he's comparing this to Metroid.
he lives a lonely existence.
No, he doesn't. He already says, he says in the game, he literally says, and I quote, "This is all I know." He's not lonely. He's here to kill and save humanity.
They finally address that. Like, there are actual lines in this game where he very emotionally talks about the fact that even though he is humanity's savior, and that even though he has personally stopped wars by himself,
I don't know if he says that.
it sucks. Even if you're the most heartless, cold, killing machine, sometimes you want to just have somebody hug you and say, hey, great job.
Wait, where does he say this at? Did I miss something in this story? Because that, like, never happens. He talks to Echo 216 and says, we all we all fail. We all make mistakes. Like, that's all he really says. Other than that, like, outside of that, it's maybe he makes like a dry humor quip, which is fine. But he doesn't do whatever it is Dreamcast guy's saying he's doing. He's not doing that.
It's cool that they finally decided to address the fact that Master Chief, even though he is the best at what he does, his life isn't perfect. He is somebody that is constantly stuck in these infinite wars.
Infinite Wars! Get it? Because it's called Halo Infinite.
Just waiting for the next battle to feel alive. Now, to rewind for a second, I do want to talk a bit about these side quests, because they have pretty much no plotline to them.
Oh, wow. That's not good, then.
I've done a bunch of them. They're usually things like taking over a small base, which gives you a new fast travel point. There's major...
It shows everything on... Well, it's supposed to. Show everything on the map in that location. Swing and a miss again.
bases, which usually just hurt the Covenant, or sorry, in this case, the Banished, and these let you do
nice slip up.
Do things like dismantle huge reload bays, take away their weaponry.
That doesn't really fucking matter. To be honest, you don't have to take over any of those things. They don't really matter.
stuff that can permanently weaken the enemy forces, but the best ones are the special target site quests. These are where a guy is particularly strong. This is somebody who's like a master sniper, or a dude who has a huge rocket launcher.
As he just rolls up on him and kills him with a vehicle. They're extremely powerful. I'm sure they are, Dreamcast guy.
Launcher or something like that. If you take out these high value targets, you permanently earn their weapons. This creates almost a snowball effect during the course of the campaign, as you slowly weaken the enemies and strengthen yourself, as you find more hidden collectibles that let you go into the talent trees and give Chief more shields, more armor, more stuff like that. There's this power creep that makes you infinitely stronger than the enemies you face. Like, by the end of the game, even when I was facing these super bosses, I killed everybody.
Super bosses?
In 30 seconds. This game really
Oh, that means he's playing it on easy then.
gives you the tools to just be as strong as you want. It's possible to just speedrun straight to the end of the game in probably 5 or 6 hours on normal difficulty, but part of the fun of this is becoming the
Oh, he's playing this on easy. No, wait. This dude's playing this on easy. Do you know how I know he's playing this on like the easiest difficulty? I played it on normal. That guy will wreck your shit. He wrecked Jeans' shit and he's playing on heroic. This dude's playing on fucking easy. Get out of here.
the ridiculously strong Master Chief. It is trying to explore the map, get these freaking ridiculous super weapons, and then one-shot bosses. I kind of enjoyed that.
Yo, I'm like already dead. What in the world?
Now, I do want to warn you, it's strange, but this game, it repeats bosses a lot.
What?
You're either fighting an upgraded brute, which, as I said, you're going to kill in 30 seconds, or there's a couple big robots, which I don't want to show you, but it actually repeats a big robot boss a couple times during the course of this game.
It only does it twice. You get to him the first time, and then it happens a second time. That's it.
And I definitely consider this to be a downside, because the Halo series has always had some pretty crappy bosses in general, so I wasn't expecting them to reinvent the wheel, but the fact that you just fight mildly stronger brutes as boss fights...
What else are they supposed to fight? Like, realistically, Dreamcast guy, what are they supposed to fight that's not a brute? Like, I'm kind of seriously asking. What is he supposed to fight that's not a part of the Banished? Maybe he wants him to fight a T-Rex or something.
Again and again, it's a bit stale. Like, after a while, this does feel a bit like filler content. And this brings me to the real crux of the point I wanted to talk about, which is that there is a series of repetitious elements to this game.
You mean all of it?
A lot of times you are just walking in to press a button and then walking out. 99% of the quests are...
Wait, is it, and how can... Oh my god. And how can one get a Halo review out ASAP on Legendary? You don't have to play it on Legendary. But I feel like if you're going to at least critique this game, play it on normal. Because normal is... It is literally that. It is normal. If you play it on Heroic... That means you want a little bit of a challenge. If you want to play it on Legendary, then you probably want a little bit of a challenge, but also you're going to get bullshitted a lot. But he's playing it on like baby easy, and he's still fucking this up.
Or walk in, press a button, and leave. Like, literally 99%. Now, occasionally they make you find these things called power seeds, which make you charge up a button, which you can then press. But this is the entire game. After a bit, I discovered that some quests can let you sprint past them, and once I realized I could run past aliens, I started doing that a lot. Like, because
he was on easy.
Was just so much of the exact same thing happening again and again and again, I found myself getting a bit bored of some of these elements, because after a bit it was like, all right, time for another freaking trip through this exact same looking area and then straight back up to the surface to try and take over the next optional base. Here's the problem.
Oh, wow, are we finally getting to the point?
It's not just that I have to press a button, it's the fact that I feel like sometimes this does feel like it's meant to slow you down.
And we finally figured out why this game's not good.
It feels like they wanted to stretch out the story so they could brag about how much there is to do. It feels like they sort of
No, that's kind of more of the open world. I feel like the story elements, it's just one super long mission.
ran out of time during development, especially with the ending of this. I feel like they probably should have called this Halo Infinite Chapter 1, because there is elements in this that straight up do not feel complete. There are times where I was flying around the map in a Banshee, and I could kind of notice where they're definitely going to add in extra zones, extra content.
They're not gonna do that. At least not right this second. And it's the parts that are only reserved for story.
And by the conclusion of this game, it feels like a gigantic question mark that says to be continued. This also implies to the environments themselves, and also the fact that there's no co-op. Like, straight up, I'm putting clips from the entire game hidden throughout this without the context, so you're not getting any spoilers, but straight up, all of this...
I'm putting the clips in here without context, so they're not spoilers. But what if they get to that part then?
is the exact same big, empty, grassy fields. Every part of this is the exact same fields, which kind of lets me down because I enjoyed in the past Halo games getting a chance to go through big snowy areas and fighting against aliens, or trudging through swamps and fighting against the Flood.
You are not enjoying that. I didn't enjoy that.
The fact that's in this...
Wait, is Griffin streaming? I actually don't. Like, I don't look at my phone when I'm, like, doing the thing. Oh, yo, he is streaming. Lit.
Game, we only fight the Banished and a couple Sentinels. Makes this feel like there's going to be more content still in development. Like, straight up, the developers have even said that they're going to add in more of the features to make this complete in 6 months. Stuff like Forge mode for the custom maps is coming much later. What's weird is there is no ability to chapter select. The only way to play this game is to beat the entire game and then start a new game. Like, you can't just replay a mission if you enjoyed it. It feels really weird, but sometimes you'll beat an area and then get locked out. There are parts...
Wow, he's actually making some sense, because you can't beat this technically in one run through, and if you have a guide, that may not even be accurate either. But some of those skulls are like locked behind some missions, and you can't go and get those, along with some audio logs. So, welcome to Halo Infinite.
To this map that, since I completed the game, I cannot go to, and I have to just wait 6 months to see them again, because I'm not going to start a new game unless it's on a higher difficulty. And
yeah, don't worry, there's only 3 ways you can go up in difficulty.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. The fact that this does not have actual co-op, the fact that I have to play through this game alone, does feel like a detriment. This is a huge map. This is such an expansive, gorgeous, fun world to explore. I like all the nooks and crannies and unlockables. I really enjoy taking over these bases, even if it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But the fact that there's times where I'm pinned down by enemy fire, it feels like there's supposed to be a second player in this game.
No, they tried to make Destiny. You're playing Destiny day 1, year 1. Welcome to your new Bungie game made by 343 Industries.
Like, it's straight up, constantly, you get the vibe that this was made for co-op. It's made for 2 people to assault these bases and enjoy all this crazy content. And recently, I was replaying some of Halo 3 with my friend Jessica. And during the course of this, we realized how much more fun Halo is even when you're having bad times. Like, I got stuck in a ditch because I'm an idiot, and we were cracking up because it's co-op. It's fun, it's goofy, it's great, it's time with your friends. It makes this world feel to be a lonesome experience, because you know that Master Chief really is just one man against the world.
Well, yeah, you are.
At least until May, when hopefully we finally get campaign co-op.
You know, there was co-op in Far Cry 5. That was the last Far Cry I played. And I didn't play it co-op because the story is that it's supposed to be just you. And in this, it's kind of hard to implement that when Chief is the only one. They have to do like the cutscenes the way that they do them in Halo Reach, I think.
I enjoyed this game for what it is right now, but I'm definitely one of those things where you should play this on Game Pass. While I did enjoy beating it,
Damn, the one smart thing he said all fucking video.
and I'll probably go back at some point to do a legendary run, it's not one of those things that I would really think is worth the $60 as it currently exists, especially because now we know the disc itself doesn't even have actually anything on it. This is one of those games that's great for Game Pass. Enjoy the multiplayer, enjoy the single player, and in 6 months when this game is more complete, I feel like the conversation is going to change. Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's go to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Halo Infinite's campaign
An 8.
an 8.5
8.5?
out of 10. Thank you so much for watching, gamers. If you would, please...
And he doesn't even elaborate. In fact, I don't want him to. Thank you, Dreamcast guy, for something. I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. What a great video. Remember, chat. No matter how many times I bring this up, it'll never get old.
The fact that this game requires prior knowledge. You have to know these shows very, very well to be good at fighting online.
Remember. Never forget. Alright, so the next thing I have is a great video by the Cosmonaut Variety Hour, where it's not bad, but then again, I've seen good videos, good rated videos be terrible. And this one is about why I don't like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm sure that there is plenty of healthy discussion that's in this video that will not make it seem biased whatsoever.
Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know
No, I've never heard of you a day in my life.
that I love anime, and more specifically, I love shonen anime.
Wow, watch something else.
If there's a popular shonen series out there, I probably have an opinion on it,
That's unfortunate.
but there's one series that I have a very complicated relationship with. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Wow. I kinda don't care.
I do not particularly like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and this is something that surprises people. Because we all know how JoJo's fans are. I'll be on a stream or something and someone will say, "Hey Marky, you like anime? You should watch JoJo's." And I'm like, "I don't like JoJo's." And they're like, "What the fuck? Why don't you like JoJo's?"
No, I don't like JoJo's. I don't know. People just hate that I don't like JoJo's.
So I'll tell you why, okay?
A lot of people, by the way, points out 2 of them.
And this isn't going to be a well-formulated argument. This isn't a persuasive essay or anything.
20 minutes long.
I'm not trying to convince anyone not to like JoJo's. This is just my super specific, super personal reasoning as to why I don't like it.
This video came out before Part 6 was even a thing. At least the anime. But don't worry, there's not much to spoil in Part 6 because it doesn't matter going forward.
So just consider this a Cosmonaut rant hour. The name needs work, all right?
Wow. Rant videos, my favorite.
Back in the before times when I was in college, I had a lot of free time. I hadn't really started my YouTube channel for real, so most of my time was spent watching anime or reading manga. And I remember I heard that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was finally getting an anime adaptation, and I'd played the old Capcom fighting game and I knew some old ancient memes about the series, but I never started it. That new anime looked neat, so when the first episode of JoJo's aired, I watched it.
Well, good for you.
And I liked it.
No, I hate Sailor Moon. As I have watched Sailor Moon for years.
So much, in fact, that I decided to just go ahead and read the rest of the manga. So here's the first distinction that I should make. All of my feelings about JoJo's are mostly in regards to the manga. Whenever
What? You mean the best part?
I start a new series and I am given the choice to pick between the anime or the manga, I usually pick the manga, but that's just me. While there are exceptions, I do find the manga to be the purest form of that author's creative vision, so I usually like it more. And now, I'm among the 3 people in the world that are actually perfectly fine with part 1 of JoJo's.
I mean, you better be fucking fine with it. Like, I really hate Sailor Moon. No dignity, that one. I have to go to work in the morning. Just wanted to stop by. All right, you take care. You take care. Leave me alone, please. No.
All right, Dirk. See you later. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by, at least for a little bit.
It's kind of cute and quaint, and even though it's ripping off like a million different series, it's...
Oh, boy. You know what? I'm gonna make a drink for that one. It's ripping off of a million different series. Chat, can you tell me what series is completely and wholly original? Just any of them. Man, I really like Yu Yu Hakusho. I love Bleach. Bleach is my favorite, but it's ripping off of Yu Yu Hakusho. Says the funny man. You sure got us. I don't get that. Man, I really love all of these great characters, but something feels off. Almost like they might just be clones of each other. Man, I love Black Clover, but it feels a lot like Naruto. Wow, it's almost like you're watching the wrong goddamn show then. This is the most fucking worthless statement you can make. By the way, tequila. Tequila makes the clothes come off. There's a weird way to put that in there. Actually, you know what? Since this is a free talk, I get to tell you the story that happened relatively recently. One of my Japanese friends, he said something on Twitter, and he was afraid to say it on Twitter. And I think it's because a lot of his friends probably really liked it. And that's fine. I get it. But he messages me, he DMs me, because he says the thing on Twitter itself, and then I ask him to kind of elaborate. I'm gonna put this over here. And he goes, people really like My Hero Academia. And I just don't like it. And I said, bruv, don't worry about it. I don't like it either. And then he says the funniest thing to me too, because it doesn't translate well to English, but he goes, thank you so much for listening to my hate speech. And I said, if only this was real hate speech, then we'd be somewhere. But what do I know? Nice and mixed. Everyone talking about Wings of Redemption. Yeah, I saw that he got hacked recently, and then he got it back, I think, and then he was banned for like 7 days. I think it's DC and Marvel comic book fans like My Hero Academia, probably. Alright, so here's this other fucking stupid part of this video. I think it's gonna come down to, I like Jojo, but I also hate Jojo. That thing that Anitubers do.
Still kind of has its own unique personality. Overall, I found part 1 to be an acceptable introduction. It's also not very long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. I figured the series has a lot of room to grow, and it drew me in and got me excited to read actual good JoJo's next. So when I got to part 2, I got exactly what I wanted.
Actual good JoJo's? No, part 1 is really fucking good. And anyone telling you that it's not is obviously a fed, and you don't need to be friends with them. Prove me wrong. Yeah, it's time to drink. It's time to drink this beautiful margarita. Which is probably not actually a margarita.
It was such a dramatic improvement over part 1, and I love that the new protagonist, Joseph, was the complete opposite of our last hero, Jonathan.
He's not a complete opposite. Nice try.
And it was just a lot of fun watching a silly man go on a bizarre adventure.
Haha, that's the name of the series.
This was everything that I imagined back when I heard about JoJo's in my niche internet anime circle.
Wow, it's almost like we can't have an origin story.
However, some things still didn't totally vibe with me 100%.
By the way, he likes shonen series, but he also really likes Marvel movies. Let that be an indicator of what he thinks is acceptable.
For one, I don't really care for the way Araki writes characters.
Wow, so you mean you don't like well-written characters? Got it.
While I love Joseph, I can't say I feel anything for anybody else. When characters die, I feel nothing.
Wow.
Their backstories are bland, if they even have backstories, and their personalities are just not very engaging most of the time. The Pillar Men were threatening, but they weren't nearly as fun to watch as Dio from the previous adventure.
What? Are you kidding me?
But hey,
No, okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with you, chat. No, those AniTubers have some amount of consistency. Cosmo doesn't have any amount of consistency. True. I mean, yeah, if by contrast you mean brash compared to refined, then yes, but he's still Jonathan's grandson. Absolutely. By the way, can I just put this out here on the universe that I feel like he's really mad for no reason? Then the Pillar Men had a... You know what? I'll let him bring it up. Is he an AniTuber or just a poo-poo poster? Wait, will it not let you say shit? That's weird. He's a 1.2 million subscriber YouTuber, so it's not like he's just kind of putting this out there for shits and giggles. But Pillarmen were actually threatening. Dio was just some crazy asshole. The Pillarmen actually were fucking, like, destroying people. Rest in peace.
I kept going because I knew Dio was going to come back, and
Wait, the Pillarmen are interim villains when you get into the whole original trilogy with Dio's return being stalled by 100 years, but they are freaking great? Absolutely. I agree with that.
After all, I'd seen so many people claim that Part 3 is where JoJo's really starts.
Part 3 is where Villain of the Week shows up, but sure.
So I figured it was all uphill from here. But I was wrong, because Part 3... kinda stinky.
Oh boy. You know what? Maybe this does deserve the first drink. God, this is gonna be fucking terrible, isn't it?
I think it has most things that I hate in a long-running shonen series.
What?
It's bloated and super long for no reason, and again, the characters are just not doing it for me.
Oh my god.
Except this time, the main character doesn't have the fun charisma that the last JoJo had.
Because he's more pissed off. Has he noticed that every JoJo after this just kind of gets more pissed off?
Yeah, Jotaro is like a cool guy, but he kind of falls flat in this story.
How?
There really just aren't enough traits or characteristics to get me invested in him as the main character.
What do you mean? He's actually really smart. But anyways, even if that's the case, what's good about Naruto? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. Chat, you're gonna be mad at me. Let's talk about Naruto. Can I put this out here on the burner for us to grill up? Naruto is a very one-dimensional character. In like the first part, before the time skip, he is one-dimensional. The time skip happens, he gets something, he becomes two-dimensional, unironically. And he stays that way. That's it. Part one. But the first thing of Naruto, he's one-dimensional. And then when the time skip happens, then he gets one extra personality trait. I don't know. Is that the unpopular opinion? I don't know. Hit the like button. Like the stream. I was going to say leave a thumbs up, but that's already what that is. King of... Wait, you need to look here. Listen, I do have that one.
Look here! Look, listen!
Mine are all split up, though.
If I look past the fact that he's just like really cool and edgy, then he's got nothing.
Did you watch this show?
And it's not like the other characters are very good either.
But you like Joseph.
The problem is, I think you can categorize most JoJo's characters in one of 3 slots.
Oh boy.
The funny, cowardly character.
Who was that in part 2?
The calm, cool guy.
Sure.
And the crazy murderer.
Wait, what?
But sometimes the crazy murderer might turn into a funny, cowardly character.
REO Speedwagon is literally the best character. This is dog shit. Did I already dislike this video? I didn't, because I'm on incognito tab. Remind me, chat. After this, I'm gonna dislike this video. You and Griffin, you Griffin and Review Tech have that for soundboard. It's so good. You know, I forgot to tell you the amount. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Yo, he's gonna sit here and cap and tell me REO Speedwagon isn't a good character? Yo, shout out to to my man Lumux in the hired hoodlums, bros. Speedwagon is like, yeah, Speedwagon is awesome. What the fuck is he on? I have no idea. I don't know.
And that's the closest thing you'll get.
Yeah, the Speedwagon has been supporting the Joestar family from the beginning. From when he found Jonathan, he was like, "You're gonna be my bro." And then we had Speedwagon, not just in this universe, but in the Steel Ball Run universe. Speedwagon been out here getting oil and dying a marriedless gentleman. But goddamn, did he love his bros.
To a character arc in JoJo's, because character arcs simply do not exist in this series.
They do, though.
Now, I've gone on record saying that you don't need character arcs to make a story good.
Yeah, because you watch fucking Marvel films, dipshit.
A lot of people cite Paddington as an example of this.
Because he's an established character. He doesn't need to have an arc. Wow, kids movie having a character arc? Oh my god.
Paddington is the exact same character no matter what happens in the story, but the story is still good. Goku and Luffy are the most popular shonen characters ever, and they have the same outlook and personality from beginning to end.
Wow, that's almost very incorrect. Wow, that's actually almost incorrect. At some point, Goku, like, just... do I want to get into this? Do I want to flex a power level? I'm not doing this.
However, we do see subtle changes in their character over time.
Wow, that's... Wait, go back.
Same character no matter what happens in the story, but the story is still good. Goku and Luffy are the most popular shonen characters ever, and they have the same outlook and personality from beginning to end. However, we do see subtle changes in their character over time. They both adapt to the world changing around them, and they let their friends influence how they grow, even if they keep the same core traits throughout the story.
So they do have character arcs then. Did he not... He wrote a script for this. If they change, that's the character changing. That's the character arc. When he's getting his ass beat and he has to go back and train, guess what? That's the character arc. Is he fucking stupid? Trick question.
But in JoJo's, every single character is flat.
No, Joseph in part 2 was funny man that didn't take anything seriously. After his best bro, Zeppeli, died, both of them, they had to change. In part 3, when Iggy dies, spoiler alert, Iggy dies, do you see anything change when it comes to any of these other characters? I'm sure you do. I can't.
Even the ones that I think are decent. The only thing you might get is sometimes an evil character becoming nice. And to further show how...
Yeah, that's called having a character arc. Yeah, Polnareff, after Iggy's death, even Iggy was like, I'm gonna be a fucking shithead to my bros. And then he got brave at the end. I'll say that. Also, fuck Pet Shop.
how lame and forgettable the characters are, most
Oh man. I hate that I'm watching this fucking trash can video. I didn't actually have this on the list of things to do today, but here we are.
of them die
I mean, yeah, shut up. I hate you. That's cringe. I should ban you for that joke.
unceremoniously. If you don't like a series where beloved characters are unceremoniously killed,
Oh boy. All right, hang on. I gotta put down this drink. Can we go? Let's just go back.
further show how lame and forgettable the characters are, most of them die unceremoniously. If you don't like a series where beloved characters are unceremoniously killed, maybe JoJo's isn't for you.
There is a huge difference between The Last of Us Part 2 killing Joel with a fucking golf club. But by the way, in case you forgot, The Last of Us 2 takes place in the fucking zombie apocalypse. They don't call them zombies, they call them something else. And when they're running away from the zombie people, whatever, the clickers, the what have yous, there's this weird infighting with the people. Vanilla Ice is very busted, yes. Damn, I actually forgot about that. Yeah, the infected, I forgot. But when you're doing the thing with the infected, then you have all this human shit happening. And human shit is the most fucking boring. I don't want to see human shit. I'm trying to fucking murder infected. And then you have these people that are on their last legs that even if they hate Joel that much, they would have said, okay, let's have him, because he was already talking to them about a place not far from there. They saw it beforehand and didn't think, let's get what we can from them and then we can kill him. That never crossed their mind. Instead, they said, oh, we found this dude, time to fucking wrap a 9-iron around his fucking forehead. In Jojo, they die saving their friends or themselves. Trying to, anyways. Usually it's their friends. They die usually saving their friends. But what do I know? Maybe the Cosmonaut Variety Hours figured it out.
I think that the previous Zeppeli deaths were fine because they motivated the hero to fight on.
Oh, that's having a character arc. Nice try.
But part 3 is where people just start dropping like flies, and it's a trend that continues throughout the series.
Wow, it's almost like we can kill characters. He'd hate Gundam Victory.
A lot of the deaths in JoJo's are simply there for shock value, and
What? How? Yeah, I really like that part where my favorite character died because reasons? Does he know that Dio's been sending assassins after them for like months? And thank you, Hood Hustler. I love your picture, by the way. Hood Hustler with the deluxe tier 4. That's the $9.99 one, I think. By the way, remind me. There's like a bunch of things you have to remind me of. I'm gonna get some sticky notes. I'm gonna put them on this monitor here.
that's not even counting how many fake out deaths we get. But
Okay, the fake out death with Kakuin was, it wasn't even that. Even like with Abdul, it wasn't that. It wasn't supposed to be like, oh man, he's dead, bros. Instead, it was, we need him to lay low so that way Dio doesn't know that he's there. Oh man, that was shock value. Not really in part 4 except for two characters aside from the villain. True. Yeah, part 4 didn't really have like that happening in it. Wait, we got one. Abdul. And Araki admitted in Jojonium that he planned to bring him back. Yeah, that was a thing that when listen, I'm gonna mess up characters. I'm already in the fucking hole with this drink. But shock value.
I'll get into that later.
I really don't want you to.
It wasn't until part 3 that I really started to notice some of this stuff. The cracks were starting to form. These are things that I did not like in previous parts, and I was hoping that maybe the story would grow out of them, and as I started seeing them more and more, I started to get kind of annoyed. But again, it took me a while to accept that. I thought that I was supposed to like part 3.
I mean, some people do, some people don't. If it's not yours, then don't worry about it.
Because through osmosis, I had seen so much about it. But a lot of the middle chunk of part 3 is just so goddamn boring. The fights aren't really as creative or exciting, and the stands are really lame in part 3, which makes sense because they're a new thing, but compared to some of the stands that the enemies have in the exact same arc, the main heroes have some really lame-ass powers. Jotaro's stand can punch really fast. Polnareff's stand has a sword. Abdul's stand can shoot fire. And Kakyoin's stand can throw rocks. Ooh, how exciting. I want an action figure of that.
Wow, if we want to be reductionist about it, I'm not going to go into the entire thing because I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to leave that to the Jojo tubers to tell you about.
I was just never excited to see these heroes do anything, let alone win a fight.
Hey, what does Luffy do? Oh, well, never mind that. What does Goku do? Damn. Well, he's got me, bros. He really proved that one to me.
That is, until the last few bits of part 3. The last few fights are actually kind of cool. I'd say everything from the pet shop fight upward is actually pretty decent. And it just shows me that this arc didn't need to be that long. I think part of the reason why I liked part 2 so much is because it wasn't really that bloated. It felt like everything was kind of there on purpose to service the story.
Well, it's almost like part 3 is to end the Dio saga, but it kind of doesn't because Dio still has influences after every part, so it doesn't matter. Implying Darby and his stand is lame. I know, I'm not going to get into that.
I feel like it didn't really waste your time.
Wait, sorry. Goku trained and learned some moves. Yeah, he learned how to move from like just basic fighting, and then he learned Kaioken, and then he learned how to go Super Saiyan, and then everything after that was just another layer of Super Saiyan, and then they said, wow, how do we go up from here? Super Saiyan Blue. Oh my god, revelation. Can he do anything different? He's just way more powerful. Alright, Ultra Instinct, bros. We got it. The final form. He's pretty much a god. What can he do? Sip.
Time too much. And in part 3, it really does waste your time.
They're going... Okay, the first part of part 3 is they are arriving... They're arriving to get to Egypt, or they arrive at Egypt. But then, the second half of part 3 is that they are traveling through Egypt to get to Dio in Cairo.
But I gotta say, the last battle in part 3 is pretty fucking good. It's probably the best fight in the entire series. It's so good that it almost tricked me into forgetting that I did not enjoy a majority of the rest of the arc.
Wow, it's almost like that's what build-up is.
But nothing could truly make me forget that slog. So when I ended Stardust Crusaders, I was really not that excited to read more JoJo's. I think at this point, I started to feel the burnout just a little bit. And I heard that part 4 was like kind of low stakes and
What?
more akin to a slice of life series.
Oh boy. Who's telling him this? Are these his friends telling him this? Part 4, I think, was probably one of the better parts. With stands in it. In fact, I would say that's the best part with stands in it. Is part 4. Part 4 is fucking scary as shit. I made a video about that. Yoshikage Kira feels like a villain that is real right now. You have a serial killer who's chopping off women's hands after he blows them up, and he's just trying to live his normal life, cutting off hands, bro. And that's someone that could be anyone in the real world. You know, minus the stands and blowing up people, but he's probably cutting off their hands and stuffing their bodies underneath his floor. Remember those girls in Ohio? Yikes.
And I thought the new characters looked kind of lame.
Wow. It's almost like it's in 90s Japan.
Design-wise, and I didn't think this new adventure could really hold my attention.
Wow.
But boy was I wrong, because part 4 is the best part in JoJo's.
Actually, it's part 2, but go off, King.
Everything that people love about JoJo's is here, and it's strongest in Diamond is Unbreakable.
But we have coward character, or we have villain that turns good. Remember those things we shit on it for?
Out of nowhere, the characters are like actually likable, and they have a tighter friendship than the characters in previous parts, so they're immediately more engaging. And all the characters are pretty unique from one another because there's not too many of them, and they
What?
have some of the most fun character traits, with Rohan not only being my favorite JoJo's character,
Because it's literally a self-insert.
but one of my favorite shonen characters.
Because he portrays himself as almost a god. What do you think? Whatever.
And I love that all the characters feel like they know that they're in way over their heads, and it's fun to see them appropriately react to the insane shit that they encounter. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and this is the one arc where it truly feels like a guy named Jojo is experiencing a bizarre adventure and acting appropriately. The fact that Josuke is a normal fucking dude is why I love him more than the other JoJos. He's the
Wait, no one else is normal?
most relatable one by far, and although he doesn't change much over the course of the story,
Wow, that's that thing you hate, remember?
he's just solid.
But you hate those things. What?
Hell, even Jotaro is good in part 4, while his cool
What? He doesn't even show up. He doesn't even show up. Bro, he shows up for like 3 scenes. The beginning, the middle, and at the end. He's like nowhere in this.
cool guy routine wore thin on me over the course of the last adventure. In this one, he just shows up every once in a while to be a badass.
No, he's literally there to be like the hero again. Josuke can't even be the hero in his own story because Jotaro shows up.
I think he's best used sparingly, and part 4 is proof of that. And while part 4 is a slice of life story, it's also like a supernatural murder mystery.
Stop this! Look here! Look, listen!
Stall!
It's a surprisingly fun premise. Being focused on a smaller scale means you get to really appreciate the quirkiness of the story. The wacky stuff isn't just weird for the sake of it, it's genuinely charming. And that's one of the biggest problems that JoJo has, in my opinion, trying to balance wackiness with consistency.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Since everything in part 4 is already kind of mundane, the weird shit stands out appropriately.
But the whole point of part 3 is that Dio is pretty much showcasing that he's very much alive and he wants to stamp out the last little bit of the Joestar bloodline. That's his whole mission in 3. So when crazy shit looks like it's crazy all the time, that's because it is. Dio's dead, and at this point, you have remnants of Dio's influence throughout the entire series moving forward.
It's an arc where you can have a fight just centered around rock, paper, scissors, and
Which is... yeah, whatever.
it's pretty exciting. One of the most iconic encounters features Jojo and Okuyatsu in a restaurant where they're
Okuyatsu? Wait a minute. What?
exciting. One of the most iconic encounters features Jojo and Okuyatsu in a
Wow, he said his name wrong. Didn't actually read it.
restaurant where they're just super cautious of the chef for no reason other than the fact that the story expects you to be cautious of him.
Well, because every stand user's tried to fucking kill them. Or badly injure them.
And then in the end, he just turns out to be a chill guy. There's a storyline where the characters meet someone who claims to be an alien, and we never actually find out if he's an alien or not, and
Wait, we do though. What?
it's actually really fucking funny. Part 4 is perfect at balancing the mundane with the strange, and that is exactly what JoJo's needs. Also, I'll say as far as the manga is concerned, this is where Araki's style really grew on me.
Oh boy.
It's not easy to convey some of the shit that JoJo's has in 2D.
Wait, I just thought about something. Can we go back for a second? So I need to point this out, and maybe I could just be completely wrong. But remember this part right here.
There's a storyline where the characters meet someone who claims to be an alien, and we never actually find out if he's an alien or not, and it's actually really fucking funny.
Remember that, because he says, we never actually find out. But in this scene, doesn't the guy, the alien, turn into shoes for him to use? Did I misremember that part in the series?
JoJo's has in 2D black and white, but Part 4 has the most consistent art up to this point. I just overall love Part 4. This is where I finally realized that I might actually like this series. It seemed like Araki realized what made previous parts good and bad, and took those things to grow as an author and an artist. Diamond is Unbreakable is the only time that I did not want a JoJo's arc to end. I genuinely wanted to keep
Sorry, I just didn't know what else to say. I don't know.
enjoying adventures with these characters, whereas in previous arcs, I was perfectly fine with moving on. But still, after Part 4, I was hyped to keep going. I was on cloud 9. I wanted more JoJo's, and I really fucking hate Part 5.
Oh boy, here we go. Hope you're ready to strap it in, chat.
And I feel like I'm in an alternate dimension because back in my day, everybody I knew hated Part 5 because it's garbage. It's one of the messiest shonen storylines I've ever read. And some people say, oh, you probably just read bad translations. Bitch, I went through it again to see if I was just imagining how bad it is. No, Part 4 is still good with bad translations, so this is not an excuse. Part 5 has everything that I hated in previous JoJo's parts, but amped up to 11. The characters are whack. Calm cool guy. Calm cool guy. Calm cool guy. Funny cowards.
What?
Giorno is a joke. He's the worst JoJo by far. Even people who like Part 5 agree with me. If you ask me, Giorno and Bruno should be merged into one character.
No, they shouldn't. That's a dog shit statement. Wow, this is an awful video. Oh my god. I didn't know what was happening, but he just went rapid fire.
Bruno is the more compelling character with the more interesting stand and more stake in the actual story. Giorno is just a guy. Even the fact that he's Dio's son goes completely unused in the story.
Because it's not really important. He brings it up like once, and that's only because they find out who he is at the beginning. But that's what ties it into being a JoJo. Wowee.
He could just as well be some random dude and nothing would change. I can't even name a single character trait for Giorno. He's the only JoJo that I can say that about.
Does he know what Giorno's like goal is here? Whoa. All right.
And I should point out that Araki's writing in Part 5 is absolute garbage.
Part 5 had a lot of intense moments. Also, muffler guy. You know that the part at the very beginning where he gets the lighter and he says, "Hey, this lighter has a light that'll always stay lit, but if it goes out, like, you know, that's pretty much it. I don't know if you relit it or not." And that's how the old dude dies, and then, like, Giorno has to fight Black Sabbath? Are we gonna just ignore that now? Of course.
Oh shit, I made one of the main characters too strong. Oh well, he's out of the story. He flew
Well, okay, now, to be fair, I will give him this. He made Homeboy too goddamn powerful for no reason.
back to his home planet.
But that's an easy one, right? Now, everybody talks about that. Fugo gets kicked out of the story.
Fugo was fucking broken. Fugo was actually OP. I will defend him on this. He had the most fucking broken stand. So, I'll stand with him on that. At least just that.
And it's really stupid, but you're not supposed to talk about that because that's too easy. Alright, well how come the main villain is revealed so late into the story? Because at this point, you don't have enough time to become invested in him. And that sucks because he has the most potential out of any character in this arc.
It was okay. Wait, to be honest, you have to be drunk or wasted to listen to these alleged JoJo comments. Well, it's a good thing I got more drink.
JoJo's is still an action shonen series.
It can be.
So I think it's really important.
Okay, Fugo was written out because Araki was in a bad place, and the implications that having him be loyal to the boss and be the one to kill Narancia, holy shit, didn't work out of just, you know what I'm saying. I'm saying the thing that you're saying.
Important to try to flesh out the villain. You know why Dio is the best villain in JoJo's? Because you get the most time devoted to fleshing him out.
What about Yoshikage Kira? Because he kind of didn't show up until like halfway. And you don't spend that much time with him. You just know that he's fucking people up and you need to stop him.
Also, why does Araki keep doing fake-out deaths? When did we start thinking this is acceptable? How many times does Mista die in Part 5? Why does Polnareff turn into a turtle? This is where the wacky...
It's almost like he didn't read any of this, and then he decided, wow, well, maybe I'm just missing something, so I'm going to watch it. And then he watched it, and it flew over his head. He was like, oh, man, subtitles? This ain't it, King.
Of JoJo's stops being cute for me. It is no longer a feature. It is now a bug. And this is specific to the manga, but holy shit, Araki's art takes a nosedive here. The original manga is nearly impossible to decipher in most fights. I get that JoJo's has some high concept shit, but I seriously cannot tell what the fuck I'm supposed to be looking at half the time. And everyone says that Part 5 is cool because of the fights. The fights! But Marcus, the fights are so cool! Why do I care about the fights if I don't care about the story or the characters that are in the fights?
This man really went to go watch like Godzilla or something and said, I want to see more of the human characters interact. He went to go see Godzilla versus Kong. And he said, no. The human parts are the best. I need to see what the humans are up to. He almost disregarded the fights. This dude is he's literally a journalist. Whatever kind of journalist, show me.
And to top all of it off, Part 5 is so goddamn long.
But Part 3 was longer.
Part 5 is basically just Part 3 again, except you don't get a cool final battle. You get some Deus Ex Machina ass-pull bullshit.
Wow, it's almost like you didn't watch this at all. What?
Which, I mean, I guess Part 3 kind of had that, but I like...
What? No, it was... Oh, Jesus Christ.
...there, so it's different. I don't know, I just think that Jotaro teaching himself...
Okay, first of all, Dio knew that he could slow down, or I say slow down, but he knew that he could stop time. Joseph is already gone at this point, but the whole point was that he knew, Jotaro knew that Dio had the Joestar bloodline because of the body, which was told to him by Joseph at the beginning. So he said, oh, if he has this ability, and both of our stands could do pretty much the same things, I should be able to stop time too. And then he did. In Part 5, Homeboy's just gonna keep dying a bunch of deaths all over and over again.
How to stop time through sheer force of will.
It wasn't force of will, he just knew it.
Is much cooler than just getting a new superpower because the story needs you to beat the bad guy.
He used the stand... You know, I'm not even gonna explain it.
And yes, I know that my personal circumstances in how I went about enjoying this series are different than other people's. A lot of people just got to watch the anime, where a lot of the visual clutter is cleared up, and a lot of the fat is trimmed.
So that means that you should have liked it then.
But the anime did not exist when I read it, and I am not about to go back and watch like fucking 40 episodes of an anime that I know I don't like.
Sure, whatever.
And yeah, I probably wouldn't be as mad or exhausted with the series if I hadn't tried to binge it in 2 months years ago.
You know, I noticed that you keep putting about the One Piece fans, or that he is a fan of One Piece. Take this into consideration. One Piece just had its 1000th episode.
That's 1,000 episodes.
But at that point, JoJo's just wasn't fun for me anymore. I was not having a good time. But I still fucking finished part 5 because I told myself I would. And I heard part 6 was interesting. And I heard that Jolene was cool and, you know, a unique JoJo for once. But it just wasn't enough. I think the final nail in the coffin was me forcing myself to read part 6 when I was genuinely exhausted with the series. The problem I have with JoJo's is that I love part 4 too much.
No, don't worry, we can tell.
I love it so much that I hate all the following parts for not being as good. And yes, part 6 is not as bad as part 5, but it's still not as good as part 4, so I really didn't care. I didn't like a lot of the characters, I didn't really care about the story, there were still a lot of inconsistencies, but I finished part 6.
I'm not going to get into the inconsistencies argument. I'm going to let that be on people like Ham on Beat. I'm going to let that be on the JoJo tubers. They'll tell you about the inconsistencies. At least Ham on Beat will. Ham on Beat is a JoJo tuber. If you haven't seen any of his videos, go check them out. They're all JoJo centric. And he will point out what stupid people like Cosmonaut say, and he puts it into a good video.
Out of pure obligation to myself, even though nobody told me to. And honestly, nowadays, I don't remember anything in part 6.
I remember too much about part 6. Part 6. Fuck, I'm lit.
I read the whole thing, and I can't tell you one thing that happens in it.
Wow. Just say you didn't read it.
By this point, I was so empty and just so very done with JoJo's, so this is where I tapped out. But for years, I told myself that maybe, under the right circumstances, I might pick it up again. Because everybody swears on their mama that part 7 is godlike. But then, something unexpected happened.
You got into One Piece again, I know.
JoJo's got really popular.
Yeah, don't worry. The fucking monkey's paw shriveled up that one day when I said, man, I really wish this would come out and more people would watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And then we had this.
Back when I read JoJo's, I was lucky to find a single Dio cosplayer at a convention.
He must not have went to a lot of anime conventions then.
And forget finding any physical merchandise in the States. The anime was just finishing part 2 and it was still kinda niche. But as years went on, people became fucking obsessed with this show. And JoJo's is huge now. And the fans are really fucking annoying.
I haven't seen a single JoJo fan lately. Or at least ones that he would call annoying.
You see them everywhere pushing the series on people like it's their fucking Bible.
Maybe they found part 4 to be good and they said, oh man, you should watch part 4. I think that's probably more like what happened. They're like, oh man, do you like JoJo? I think it's pretty lit. And then they recommended him part 4. And then he's like, oh yeah, I like this part 2. Engineer best JoJo character, take 22 with the 5. I agree. We're gonna get that tank, the heavy update soon. Maybe.
Sometimes I see some random jerk off on the internet saying,
wait, bitches think anime is weird, but watch gay motherfuckers do they makeup on YouTube. Because anime is weird. The fuck you watching a girl that run lie Princess Peach with big titties for? Wait. Oh, that run like Princess Peach with big titties. Because I'm a man and I'm gonna look at big fucking titties. Anime's not weird. You're choosing shonen shit. And people that only watch shonen shit can watch something else.
That they don't like anime, and without fail, there's always at least one weirdo who says, hey, I know you don't like anime, but you should really watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you recommend that as someone's first show?
Because most people, okay, you know what? I don't have it here, but just trust me on this one, chat, okay? People would probably recommend you JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as your first anime because it doesn't feature boobs in your face. The one complaint I hear about people that don't like anime is that it's all fan service, that it's too much booba, it's sexual in nature, and they don't want to watch it. Okay, Jojo doesn't have that in it. People like Tim the Tatman, a popular streamer I watch, he likes, I think he said he liked Fire Force, and then there was just too much boobie in his face. And he said he stopped watching it. He doesn't want to see tits in his face all the time. And I said, you know what? That's perfectly fine. So if someone's recommending you Jojo, they're only giving you the Hollywood equivalent of the stupid shit you already watch, except it's in an anime form.
And I will admit, this pushed me away from the series a lot more.
Hey, read part 7, Marky. I know you don't like JoJo's, but you gotta read part 7.
Man, leave me alone, alright? I don't want it anymore.
Wow, I feel like this is all straw man shit. Have you seen Tim's anime tier list? I watched when he made it, and I think me and his chat agreed that it was terrible. L's across the board.
At this point, I feel like my taste in shonen is done developing.
No, it's... Don't watch shonen shit anymore. I don't care who you are. You could be someone here in chat. Please stop watching shonen shit. Your life will then open up to many new avenues.
Since quitting JoJo's, I've read a lot of shonen that
Wow, more shonen. It's almost like that's all they watch.
I actually like a lot more than the good stuff that I enjoyed in JoJo's.
Yeah, One Piece. It's going for how long right now? Nah, man. After like the 600th chapter, it actually gets really good. I agree, One Piece fan. I will read 600 chapters if I'm not already fucking hooked.
And I don't think you can compare every shonen to each other.
Wow, then why did you do that?
But since quitting JoJo's, I've read One Piece, a story that actually made me cry. And if
Wow. Media made me cry.
you know me, media rarely makes me cry.
I don't believe that.
And then the Hunter x Hunter anime came out, and it recontextualized what shonen meant to me. I don't know, that's just my personal taste. I'm not saying that you're a dummy for liking JoJo's. I'm just telling you why I don't like it.
But he's gonna tell you that all these other shows are great. I can't speak on Hunter x Hunter because Hunter x Hunter I hear is really, really good. I just don't have the time. I don't believe him when he says media very rarely makes me cry. Media very rarely makes me cry. I don't think I've actually cried. I think I've teared up a good number of times, but I've like, you know how you get like emotional and you feel it coming, but you just never let out that cry. That's what happens to me. It was during Joker, it was during Toy Story 3, and Gears of War 3. Those are the only times that I was like right there. I was right there when that happened. But I have never once saw an anime like that and said, man, I feel bad for all these characters, bro.
If you like it, that's great. It's not a bad series. Just don't be surprised that some people don't like it.
Okay, well, no one is. You know, he could have blocked those people. Or, you know, not made a 20-minute video. So, who knows? Who knows?
It's not a perfect series, and yeah, I think a lot of the wacky inconsistencies are part of the charm, but that charm just doesn't work on everybody. For me, JoJo's was like a bad ex. There was excitement in the beginning of the relationship, and there was a period of time where I thought I was in love, but things just grew sour for me, and I started to notice some traits that I did not like so.
You know, I don't understand something. Like, how is just, you know what, I'll get to the end and then I'll do this part. Just remind me about this.
So much. So am I ever gonna go and read part 7? I don't know. Maybe. It's possible, but it's not really a priority of mine. But I will say that every time you guys tell me to read it, I push it back by another year.
Wow. Just say you don't fucking care, bro. All right, that was why I don't like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure dog shit video. But also, Pawn the Ref is a coward. Fugo is calm. Okay, I don't think you paid attention. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and read through every single one of these comments, but the JoJo fans will tell you. Part 7 is a seinen. He will hate it, probably. You know, that kind of is true, you know? Why? In the world would this guy make a video? He's not even an Anituber. This is an Anituber ass take, but here's the thing I was gonna tell you about. If he didn't like JoJo, right? Let me go ahead and tell you about why the JoJo thing is weird. He will tell you why superhero movie sucks, but look at all the shit that he watches. Marvel shit. DC shit. He watches too much fucking shit. He watches too much fucking consume video. I'll dislike it later. I don't even know if I care enough to dislike it, to be honest with you. Like, this is what he does. It's mostly Marvel shit. Comic book shit, if you want to get technical. It's comic book shit. But when it comes to JoJo, Cosmonaut Quickie, 11 minutes. Wow. I'm not even gonna get into this, but yeah, he just does media, and he likes shonen shit. He likes superhero shit, comic book stuff, which isn't bad. You can like whatever you like, but holy fucking ass crackers. Everything has to be that. Venom, the worst superhero movies ever made. I'm not even gonna listen to slander, okay? And then, last but not least, chat, well, one final thing that I have for us, because I think we've been going for like an hour and a half and some change. So, there is one more. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. I hope this is a joke video. I hope this is a joke video, because Space Jam 2 is not good. And if he says that this movie's good, I'm actually gonna fucking just delete my channel. I'm not gonna do it. I don't care. But this isn't the last video. The last video I have is about our good friend, What the What. Amazing Anitubers. I know. Look at how many videos he's made. By the way, if you're looking for some, he kind of pulled those out. So if you're looking for them, they're probably gone. But we're going to go over this real quick, because I have a statement to make. Yeah, woot the woot. Woot, guys. So here's the thing. Here's going to be my theory. I'll put my theory and everything at the end. But just know that I have one, and it's going to be fucking weird.
You know, I started my channel in 2015 with a video that I made that was just making fun of anime YouTubers and anime.
Yeah, that's not true. It was one video, and then it became a sequel, and then another sequel, and it was about one Anituber.
Reviewers. It was like a parody. It was sarcastic. It was made to be bad on purpose.
No, that's actually incorrect. He made those videos as a critique to Digibro, and he kept pestering Digibro, like not just like on those videos, but he was pestering him everywhere. There's a thread somewhere on Reddit that you can look up. I can't remember where it's at. It might be r/anime. Who fucking knows? But he went there, and Digibro had to recount his experience dealing with What the What, sliding into his DMs every single fucking day, damn near, trying to get on his last goddamn nerves. This wasn't a parody. That's what happened.
And it took me a while before I made any sort of like substantial content on that channel. I eventually moved to making like these anime reviews that were ripping off glass reflection using what I'm doing right now, my phone with a sock over it in a closet.
By the way, those houses aren't too big over there in Sun Valley. I mean, Burbank. I mean, LA. Who fucking knows?
It's been 5 or 6 years since I decided that I would try to be a YouTuber. And for the past few months, I sat there with these last few video ideas, asking myself if I really wanted to do it anymore. And the only thing I kept shouting in my head was no. I don't want to do this anymore.
Wow. Stunning and brave.
Making these videos has consumed my life for the past 6 years. It was such a challenge to get anything I did off the ground. And for a while, I saw the most mediocre success possible, and I was happy with it.
He means chasing. This is what he means by mediocre success. He means putting effort into getting into the search, into the YouTube recommendations. He wanted to be a part of the YouTube algorithm, and when it worked, he liked it. And when he didn't get into it, then he was like, well, I'm not going to chase after it anymore. And the next video, he chases after it again.
But it's just been too much. I'm tired of it all. I really appreciate everyone who's subbed to this channel and appreciated what I've done and the videos that I've made.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys subbing to my channel. But this one, I don't know.
I'll keep them up, but I don't think I have it in me anymore. I keep thinking about videos that I made before. Those 2 videos I made talking about...
This is not over the 10 minute. It's almost over. It's only 2 minutes long.
My journey as a YouTuber. The things I said in my Bleach video, my Love Live videos. And I felt like back then I was just voicing my opinions.
You were.
Lately, I kind of feel like all I was doing was convincing myself that I was on the right path. I just don't have any
I was on the right path. This is so fucking weird.
time anymore. And no more motivation. Thank you guys for sticking around. And I guess I'll see you wherever I go.
Thank you. Video end. We did it, bros. All right, so check this out, chat. I'm going to give you this little piece of insight about in the not cringy way that when you look at someone's videos, he's acting like him quitting is this massive disaster. Oh, of course to him it's the end of the fucking world. But I don't like to see anyone delete their content. I don't want to see anyone delete their channel. And I most certainly don't like to see YouTubers quit. I think that seeing YouTubers quit is not a good thing. At least to me. I know what you're thinking. Well, NECRO, which videos are missing? A good number of them. The ones where he screamed into high heaven about how the Trash Taste podcast was bad. Well, that's gone. That was right in here. The video where he was talking about how he was going to predict Love Live and all those Love Live videos from episode, well, not 1 because it's right here, but from everything from 2 onward, those are all gone too. So here's my take about all of this. It's sad to see him go. I kind of don't really fucking care, to be honest with you. I'm just saying that because I have to be nice on the internet, otherwise I get yeeted into oblivion. But I remember, and anyone that is familiar with this can tell you, and I can probably still look it up unless he deleted his Discord channel for some reason. I remember when he was at like 7,000 subs, and I had just like went past him. I'm pretty much where I am when I talk to him. Maybe I was like a little bit more, or a little bit less than where I am now. But I said, bro, if you keep at it, you're gonna be a great YouTuber. And that was like before these videos. I think that anybody has the ability to be a good YouTuber, no matter who they are. It's up to the person to be that good YouTuber, myself included. I can probably be God tier if I fucking cared that much. But honestly, it's like, why would I make videos overanalyzing YouTube shit, like anime shit? Man, I really found out the deep passion, the real meaning of Azoken. It took me a 15-minute video to tell you about it. And I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. If he made these videos and he liked doing them, more power to him. You should never do something that you don't like doing. If he thought that this was not fun, and he said, I can't do this anymore, I don't want to do this, great. If he did not find it fun, then that's it. If it's not fun, why bother? It's the thing that Reggie said. If the game's not fun, why bother? If making YouTube content is not fun to you, do not do it. That's why I keep making YouTube shit, because it's fun to me. It's fun to sit here and laugh at Anti-tubers and VTubers. Not equals less views. Not fun. Oh yeah, not fun equals less views. True. It's a thing where he knew where the pinnacle was. If you want to know, this is the most raw edit here. His Has Been Hotel video, this one right here, got 1.5 million views because he kind of clout chased for it a little bit. He clout chased Has Been Hotel because he knew how to tag it and he knew who to tag in it. And they came to his video and it got circulated in the algorithm because people were searching up Has Been Hotel when he made this video. Every video after that, it'll never be 1.5 million views. There will never be. No, you're not retarded. It's just, you have to learn how to spell it. It's a weird way to spell it. But the thing about it is, like, he knew from that point that there was nothing that's gonna be 1.5 million views. There's nothing that'll be that much. Talking about anime shit, unless you're Giguk or the Anime Man, and even if it's the Anime Man, here, let me show you something. Even if it's the Anime Man, his videos literally don't get that many views unless it's something like, I paid Japanese anime artists to draw Western cartoons, rating every anime opening song ever featuring PewDiePie. Those videos get millions of views, but that's because he has 3.2 almost million subscribers. Good night, Josh. Wow, I was gonna call you soldiers. Josh Solders. Solders? Solders?
Alright, Dirk, see you later. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by, at least for a little bit.
But like, these videos get views because this is weeb shit. He knows how to pander to the lowest common denominator. I'll stand by that. But like, I spent a day with a real ex-Yakuza member in Japan, and this was all a promo thing. If it's like, I respect the hustle, I really do. Like I said, I didn't like the anti-tubers, like the Anime Man. I don't think anyone really likes them. I think we're all just kind of coping. But like, that's what his content is. When you get to this and you make a video that's literally a clout chase, and then you try to do it in the next video with the Minecraft thing, that's a clout chase that didn't work. I'm not saying I'm the world's best fucking YouTuber. There's a lot of shit I don't know. There's a lot of shit I'm not good at, and I'm happy with not being good at any of them. But wait, so what he thought after he made the 1 million view video, he thought everything would be 1 million. I'm really sorry, but I wish there was a context. Okay, so it wasn't that he thought every video would be 1 million, but he thought that every video that he was passionate about would get more than double-digit views. So, like the Minecraft video, he edited this with this in mind. Hang on, I gotta mute it because it does get loud, because loud is funny to him. So in this, he styles his video in a way that when you watch it, it's supposed to be an entertainment experience like no other. And that's how he made this video appear. He made this video to chase the algorithm. The shit that he's actually passionate about, if you're talking about Love Live in his chat, you're getting it. That's it. if they're not getting the consistent views, to him it's not worth it. There's a lot of videos missing after the Jujutsu Kaisen one, which is a sponsored video, by the way. Like, it was all clickbait. Sorry to say, but it was. These videos about characters, they do pretty well. Rent a Girlfriend and the Appeal of Harem Anime, 5.2k views. Sorry, they don't subscribe to your channel for that. By the way, you can't say NECRO 13 in his Twitch chat, which he might still have. You can't say it in his Discord server either, because the N word is banned in there. Feels bad. I feel like this is all a ploy, by the way. So here's my theory, okay? My theory is, what's not done making YouTube videos? He'll never actually stop. And what I mean by that is this is a thing where he wants to make a channel that is he wants to make a channel where he kind of starts over. He's looking to refine everything. And then he's going to come back. This is just I'm leaving. Yeah, he's going to keep collabing with his buddies. He's going to keep doing a thing. And even if we wanted to take this into account, hang on, because Bio Gundam sent me this. The Weeaboo Club, no longer a member. I can't see the quote tweet because I don't follow any of this. Damn, they already had art with him out of it. But yeah, this is all just a fucking meme, I feel like. We're getting fucking memed, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know. Who fucking cares? Yo, you can't say NECRO in his server if it still exists anyways. Thoughts on Rev says Desu because I feel like he is a clout chaser. I actually don't watch enough of his content to really give that opinion, so I can't really say for sure. Someone else sent me another thing, and I don't think I can look at it on stream, or maybe I can. Hang on. This is a thing that I have to look at really quick. Hang on. Wait. It's not anything related to anything that I'm looking at. Feels bad, man. AnyTubes are just basement dweller. AnyTubers are? Yes, I agree. AnyTubers, again, I remember a time where AnyTubers used to be normal, for lack of a better word. And now we're left with people like fucking Mother's Basement. Unfortunate. The only one talking about anime shit. That's all we really got left. And if you want to not count Mother's Basement, then I mean, you could always count Giguk too. Which, he's also painfully unfunny. Did I actually say that on the stream? You cannot dislike this video. The fuck I can't!
The update from YouTube.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't worry. I can still see it because I have the extension. You little fucking idiot. In fact, I want you to dislike the next video. You know what? I'm going to do that for a video next week. If I have enough time, I'm going to make a video, and I want you guys to dislike it. And maybe it'll be the apology video of me apologizing for something. Jesus Christ. Yeah, AnyTube is a wasteland nowadays. You only get... Can I go ahead and be unhinged for a hot minute? Actually, I got this water right here. I'm going to drink some water. All right, here we go. So let's go back for a second, okay? So AnyTubers used to be about a thing. Right, the Dishonored Wolf leaving YouTube made me sad. Listen, at some point, chat, I'm gonna have to keep it a stack with you. At some point, I'm not gonna be able to keep doing YouTube. Sad to say, I know, but but at some point, I too will be not around on YouTube. But that's only when it stops being fun, or unless I just get absolutely busy. people. Okay, so let me be as real as I can with you about this. Wait. I hate that when you type in NECRO 13, you get commentary next to it. That's pretty fucking yikes, because I don't use that in any of my tags, by the way. Hey, that's me! But this video right here, beware the company you keep. I titled it that way. For a reason. The reason being is that no matter who wins, both are a pit of snakes. Like, think about it for a second. Wait, NECRO would go down in the small YouTube legend's grave. I'm pretty okay with that. Oh man, fails at defending games from self-loathing nerds. You know what? Hang on. Is this the one that I saw? Yes! Okay, we gotta watch this one. Before I leave for the night, we have to watch at least that one video. And also, if you haven't yet, you should go here to the Gator Time thing. Gator Time. And watch, you should go here and watch the Anime Boomers podcast. Because I'm on this episode. And, wow. Spooky's actually the one that time-stamped all of these. We talk about the Love Lab thing for like a hot minute. And, it's a fun time. I didn't get lit for it, but here's a video I want to watch, and this is one that I've been sitting on for a while, and I actually forgot that this existed. But now we can all watch it together, because the furries got really fucking mad at me. You know what? That could be a segment. Someone should clip this. Just kidding. Don't clip it. I'll clip it. So here's the thing, chat. You remember that one video? The Puritan of the Furry Variety video? I remember this video. Is Love Live good? It's okay. It's kind of mid, but you have to really be into it. So the furries found out that I made this video, and I got two different responses. I had my friends, my artist friends that draw anthropomorphic animals. Like they draw the anthropomorphic animals thing, and they were like, I really like the video, dude. And then you got the furries or the anthro people that hated this video. Here is a weird video, and I'm trying to not clown on this guy, but I will tell you that the furries took this one and they tried to do a victory lap on NECRO. Sorry, it didn't work.
Hello everyone, this is NECRO 13.
Big ups.
And he's very good explaining what is what.
What is what? Or what the what?
But in the end, he will fail.
Oh, no!
No!
Because he's unaware of the motivations behind the people he's talking to.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I need to know the motivation behind the people I'm talking about. Sorry, I don't. I only care about what's in the video, and then I take what it is, and guys, yeah, NECRO, I'm sorry, bros, I let you guys down. I forgot to tell you that I am going to fail. Sad, I know.
Let's see what he has to say.
Because it's a... By the way, this dude's like recording. He's recording the video, but he's like using like his laptop speakers. He's using the laptop speakers to like record the audio. It's fucking weird.
Niche game that you bring up all this time in this entire video. So of course its fan base isn't going to be huge in the tens of millions.
You know, it's so weird when you see that. By the way, can I tell you guys this story? This is free chat after all. When I was working with CT, when he was like, "Hey man, how does this look?" I said, now CT, you listen, bro, listen. You know I love you, right? Me and the boys. We were thinking. I didn't say that, but I did say, I need more cleavage. I need her boobs to be bigger. And he kept going, and then I was literally the meme. Bigger. and you would come back with me with a new revision.
Bigger.
And here we are with Big Booba Me. Amazing.
Amazing.
But it's still a game seller nonetheless. And as long as they love doing what they do, then I don't see a problem with it. Especially with...
See, the trouble with what you're doing now here, you're talking to a Puritan furry, right?
Yep.
What's going on here?
I'm talking to a Puritan furry. We established that already.
This furry, I'm calling him Fury, has a problem with this fan service game.
Yeah, it's almost like he didn't have to fucking play it.
Right? And you're trying to explain all the details of it.
I'm not explaining all of the details, but I do kind of point out that it's a booba game, and if he hated it that much, he didn't have to play it. If he looked at the box art, I don't even know how I'm explaining it. Just go watch the video.
But this guy, this furry, I guarantee you, does not care about the fan service.
Then why did he fucking review it then? It's on the box!
What he cares about is status.
Hell!
He's a frustrated, low-status man, NECRO.
Okay. All right. You're right. You got me, buddy. I didn't understand that he was low status.
And what he wants to do is he wants to up the status of the things he loves.
Animals?
Right? It's frustration. It's actually very destructive.
What the fuck do I care about random asshole on the internet and if he can masturbate to animals or not?
I want to compare it to people.
Oh boy. Oh Jesus. By the way, I'm going to tell you where I think that if I remember this correctly, I want to tell you where this goes. He's going to tell us about appearances. Now, a few people know what I look like. I ain't that good looking, but I feel like I'm doing a little bit better than some people.
You know who this is. This is Arcada from Glass Reflection.
I hate when they say that. Bro, it's just Glass Reflection.
Great anime reviewer.
He stays in his lane. I'll say that.
And let's see if I can get the other guy up here. And of course, your friend.
Oh, yeah, he's my friend.
The anime man. The difference between these guys is that Arcada, just a minute. I just think, okay, sorry about that. I had to get my thoughts in order. We're status seeking animals.
What?
Human beings are status seeking animals, but there's a huge range.
Okay, wait a minute. Chat, have we found out yet how this relates to my video and why I should fucking care? Like, have we thought about that for a second? Also, have you noticed what his recommendeds look like?
Right. There's some guys who are very low and other guys are very high.
Okay.
Arcada here is low status from what I can see.
That's kind of presumptuous. That's kind of fucking presumptuous. How is he low status? Is it because he's wearing glasses? He's a snazzy dresser. Listen, the liquor's still hitting. Snazzy dresser. I don't even know if I'm saying it right when I am. He's a snazzy dresser. So, he speaks with a high intellect. He's not low status at all. But also, what the fuck does this have to do with my video?
He's low on the status seeking. And you'll notice he's very happy in his skin.
Okay.
And he's very happy about doing what he does.
And this matters why?
The anime man, though, I believe, is at the other end. He's at the other extreme.
Oh my God.
And that's why, even though you have Australia just banned hentai, and I'm very angry. He's angry at this. I saw a clip where he was for censoring Boko no Piku. Hopefully I got the name right.
No, don't worry, but I don't think it really fucking matters, to be honest with you.
Apparently it's one where was underage sex.
Oh boy, please don't say it that way.
But all of a sudden, he's willing to censor stuff. Something like that, right?
I mean, he's...
Why does he do it? Because these guys, including this furry that you're talking about, they want the arena that they're in to rise in status.
The arena that they're in needs to rise in status.
We solved the mystery, bros.
Anime Man, he has like what, 2 million, over 2.5 million subs?
It's 3.12 now, but sure.
So he's very high status.
Whoa, high status. Is it because he has good looks?
In his arena.
Oh.
But his arena itself is low status.
What?
You understand?
No, that sounds fucking stupid.
Necro.
No, I don't.
This is what this is about.
No, it's not. It's about him complaining about a booba game. Help.
Help.
This is the motivation. These guys are frustrated. This furry you're talking to is frustrated.
Well, that's not my fucking problem. If he's frustrated, don't make a video about booba then.
Because low status men get abused on a regular basis.
Oh my god.
They're always the object of attacks.
Like what? Like my video?
That's just the way it is.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys remember the furry that we talked about, right? I don't even want to go back and watch it.
So they're desperately trying to clean it out. Like say, okay, get rid of everything that people can point at anime.
But he doesn't like... Okay.
And that would be sketchy. Get rid of it, and anime will rise, not just in popularity, but in status.
Oh my god. Do you hear the fucking logic in any of this? Like, this is all because I fucking told this furry if he didn't like the game, he doesn't have to play it. There's men that probably watch, what is it? Holy shit, I'm trying to think of something. Cumflation. And they still have higher status than this dude. Sorry, higher status.
But it's a waste of time.
Oh.
Because anime is low status, because low status guys like you and me.
I'm not low status. If anything, I'm very... First of all, what does status mean? What is he trying to talk about? And also, it's status. Wait, what is conflation? What? Don't worry about it. But what does he mean? I'm nowhere near on the same level as this dude. I like my women like I like my fucking money. Fat stacks of booba. Thanks for playing the game.
Enjoy it.
I enjoy it because it's funny.
And the low status man that you and me are...
Does he even... Well, you guys have seen what I look like. It's not a mystery, but... Yeah, hashtag 4 doors, more whores. Let's go.
Despised.
I'm not despised. I think I do pretty okay. I talk to people like they are, well, I talk to people if they're normal and not being fucking wheelchair symbols, but, you know, I pick my battles. Wait, because he is just using high concept terms to try to inflate his intellectual state, his status, of course.
And so it'll always be low status.
Sure, whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Why do you say thank you after that?
Are playing on a controller, and I know you probably are, because I play Senran Kagura games with a controller myself.
With one hand.
Just use the right stick. It literally moves the camera around, and then you can see.
See, you're wasting your time.
Clearly so.
Because this guy isn't about the game mechanics.
Yes, he was! That's what the whole video was about! Did he not watch the video? The video's right there. He's watching it. He knew he'd call you out, so he recorded that thank you in advance. You know what? At least I can give him props for that.
This furry is all about cleaning up, games and anime.
So he's being a Puritan, which is what the video is called.
So he can stop being embarrassed. It's.
I mean, he could just not play it. Wait, he knew you would call him out? I mean, I think he was hoping for it, but this video is like crazy old though. This video is like November of last year old.
This is self-loathing.
Or you can lock.
Man, I made this video in the pandemic? Wow. Time really fucking flies.
Onto an enemy and then it moves with you.
And while the game is very frustrating to play, for starters...
See, listen, he said it's frustrating to play. You heard it, right?
The game features long transformation animations and a stripping mechanic, as in you can lose your clothes. It sounds one step away from being a porn game, besides having the characters being nude, which thanks to this game being on the PC means that it's just a suggested Google search away. Of course, these mods might be honeypots by Chris Hansen as well, considering how most of the characters are underage, and it doesn't change the fact that you're sick if you download them.
By the way, if you're waiting for the best part, not of my video, but the best part of this video, I might have to pour another drink to be real with you, Brian. It's gonna get bad.
The furry says, those pesky gamers, they're gonna download those nude mods for this anime titty game. I don't think Chris Hansen really gives a shit. I think that he's really just focused on capturing real criminals.
By the way, I said criminals.
You just lost this.
Oh, fuck, bros, I lost.
This debate or the discussion or this explanation, whatever you want to call it, NECRO.
Yo, it's my man Rents. What up, Rennie?
Chris Hansen is a scumbag.
Why?
Understand?
No, I don't. Yeah, I lost the game, bros. It's over.
He's not about capturing real criminals.
Then what is he doing?
You know what this pedo hysteria is about?
Oh boy.
Guess what? It's all about the male.
What?
Hysteria. It's the male pedo. In other words, the low status guy like you.
He thinks I'm a pedo?
Is going to be the target, even though you're innocent of it.
Well, at least he said I was innocent. Oh my god. Oh my god. At least he said I was innocent. I guess that's a step up.
No.
At least now I'm innocent. Thank you, City Crusher.
Let me show you something. This is
Jesus.
This is a video of mine talking about a female pedophile.
4 likes and 9 dislikes. You're really batting 1,000.
Right?
Yep.
She's a teacher. And there's all kinds of...
Oh, yeah. I saw the Onision thing. I would say that he's a shithead for that. But I think that was like after my video, though. Maybe it was right around the time. Why do people always jump to you're a pedo if you like this anime with giant boobs? I don't know. My man listens to fucking Kate Bush. Big ups, Kate Bush.
These women.
I think she has like one good song, and it's like an old song though.
That are being caught now, right?
You notice how he says right?
The thing is, no one's searching for them.
There was a lady that was like just caught trying to like get with younger boys. She was like 43 or something like that, and she pretended to be her 22-year-old daughter, and she was like trying to date like all these like younger dudes. Yeah, she got caught. I know this doesn't matter now, but
NECRO.
Yep.
This woman got caught in spite of everything.
But she got caught though.
So this Chris Hansen scumbag, the way it's geared up is to try and go after male pedos specifically. So it's not
specifically, it's specifically, but sure.
Really about pedophilia. Understand?
No, I don't care. By the way, this is all spurred from a fucking... This all came from me criticizing this furry about a booba game he didn't have to play. Remember, chat.
This is not a concern for children.
What?
This is a seek and destroy mission for low status men.
I mean, don't touch kids. It's pretty fucking simple, but maybe that's a concept that goes over his heads. Legendary Cryptic says, this guy is making me think of Lifetime movie villains.
So you could be watching this game he's talking about.
I've played the game he's talking about.
This furry's talking about.
Why is this such for fucking debate at this point?
And all of a sudden, maybe you're branded as a pedo.
Bro, that's happened to me like almost every month on Twitter.com. Does it really look like I fucking care? Realistically. People on Twitter get away with calling me a whole bunch of shit. I got called an anime Nazi when I talked about Hope something or other. I don't remember his or her name. But they were the ones that stole money from that Kickstarter that they never produced a product for. And guess what? The product still isn't even here.
Even though you're not one.
Well, thanks a lot for telling me.
And so
By the way, I hate kids. I hate kids no matter what. I think they're annoying. I think that they're fucking terrible.
The last thing you should be doing is giving rope to this lowlife.
He's already put the rope out there himself, bud. Sorry to tell you.
This furry, this frustrated, low status, self-loathing young man.
Wait, I tried to send my super chat, but wait. Oh my god, I can't fucking read. I tried to send a super chat. My message is too powerful for YouTube, shaking my head. I think YouTube censors what you can put into a super chat. I don't think I have control over it, but I'd like to think that I do.
Your video is a failure now.
Oh, well, fuck. Well, I guess it's done, guys. We gotta pack it in.
Don't give in to the frame of reference.
What frame of reference? He's talking about a game he hates.
Everyone knows.
What the fuck happened?
That I am not a big fan of Lolly. I think, people that enjoy it are probably okay people, I would assume. But I don't actively engage with it myself because I don't kind of care.
Yeah, I think lolly shit. Okay, what I have learned is that it's it gets really fucking questionable, and people like Griffin, I know for a fact, do not like it. And at this point, I am of the opinion that I cannot stop people from believing that lolly shit is like bad. If they think it's bad, I can't stop them.
But
well, there you go.
Oh,
you're making my point for me.
I'm really not.
You're into anime and games.
I am.
And of course you can live and let live.
Yeah, I can because I don't fucking care.
Right?
Yep.
You can see it as a huge arena where there's all types and kinds in.
No.
But this young fella, he's not really a Puritan.
What?
He's a frustrated status seeker.
No, he's... You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have doubted the will of City Crusher.
And he wants his arena to rise in status.
That makes no fucking sense. If he wants his status to rise, if the arena that he's in to rise, then stop being mad on the internet about literally booba. People that get mad at booba, I don't understand this. So we brought this up like earlier, but I feel like we just got to bring it up now. Why is it that whenever there's something that has to deal with booba in video games or in anime, the people that always get up fucking set are always the pedos? Wait, oh god, the status is spreading. Oh yeah, the status. I'll never say it that way. Oh yo, Rants with the 20. Thank you, bro. It says, grr, I hate this game. You're a P word. if you like anime bub game. I just don't understand what this dude's fucking talking about. Yeah, I have the status. You know what? I don't care how fucking lit I get tonight. You're never going to forget that word.
Right.
Thank you for the $20 super chat.
So he's looking to get rid of all the nerds.
The nerds? Bro, he literally... Okay, never. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to shame him.
But he himself would have to leave no matter where he goes. He'll be a low-status man and despised by society.
That's not my problem. If you don't want to be treated a certain way, stop acting a certain way. It's the same people that are like, man, I'm getting fucking profiled because I sag my pants and I have an oversized shirt. Do you know who I'm talking about?
So, I hope...
Which, by the way, is sometimes me. Sorry to tell you.
NECRO, you understand, like, look.
By the way, I'm not going to, like, you know, pat myself on the back here, but, like, the ratio to that video is really good. So he's really getting mad about nothing.
You explaining these things to these people.
Yes, I'm talking about Eminem. Yes. Well, thoughts do that too. Actually, they do it a lot. Well, there you go. We figured it out.
It's like a black man
Whoa.
explaining to the KKK members how he's really just a nice guy.
First of all, that does kind of happen, and it works sometimes. But the KKK is also a white supremacist group. They're not like necessarily going out of their way to like kill people because they get arrested. You know, there's crimes for that. Okay, I'm not gonna like try to like red pill or black pill you guys, but like, I can tell you the story. It's a funny story, kind of. So I went to go meet up with one of my friends, in Ohio once. And I didn't know this when I first got there, but he's a cool dude. He was like, "Hey, you can come hang out here. We'll play games. Or we'll go to the bars, and I'll show you around the town." And I was like, "All right, cool, lit." And we finally get there, and his dad shows up. Right, his dad is he's not as tall as me, but I'm also not that tall either. So take with that whatever you can get. And he showed me his back, because on his back he had the tattooed the thunderbolts, the lightning bolts. He was literally a part of the Aryan Brotherhood, but he was a fucking cool dude, and me and him got along great. So this kind of falls through, not only because it's a fucking stupid analogy, but also because it literally happens. He invited me to the KKK meeting. Don't worry, bro. I'm gonna put on my California hat that I always wear. That's, by the way, a staple.
I'm a really good guy. Yeah.
You became creative. No, I'm a little... Well, I'm like 3 shades away from being that kind of white.
There are black men that are criminals, but I'm not one. I'm a really nice guy.
Wait, is he saying that all black people are criminals? Can we go back?
A nice guy. I'm a really good guy. Yeah, there are black men that are criminals, but I'm not one. I'm a really nice guy.
Bro, he's literally saying he's literally saying that black people are criminals.
This is what it's like. You know,
these
guys.
I didn't hear that on the first way through. I just kind of disregarded it. Maybe if I go back and then we'll run it again.
To these people,
Let's
it's like
run
a black man explaining to the KKK members how he's really just a nice guy. I'm a really good guy. Yeah, there are black men that are criminals, but I'm not one. I'm a really nice guy. This is what it's like.
Wow. You know, I didn't hear that on the first run through, or the second, or the third. I kind of just blocked it out because I really fell asleep at this part, I think. But he kind of low-key is saying that all black people are criminals. Well, no, all black people are criminals. I'm the good one. What point is he making here? Oh, not all weebs are degenerates. Like, all weebs are, but I'm not one. Well, I'm not one, but maybe I am. I do retweet a lot of fucking anime titties.
You know, these guys, even though this...
And his name, and this guy, the black guy that's not a criminal, his name was Jussie Smollett. That's pretty topical, right?
Freaking furry is a low status man himself. He despises guys like you.
Well, that's great. I don't fucking care.
He's self-loathing.
Wait, didn't he say that we were on the same level? So how does he despise me if we're on the same level? What the fuck is he talking about?
He despises himself.
Oh, that's why he despises me. Got it.
Well, this art looks offensive and it's of an underage character that's not real. And then they have to disregard those and they have less time to actually capture real pedophiles on any given website.
Which, by the way, I can't wait to hear his reply.
So thanks.
Like I said.
Go ahead.
This woman, she had to be caught by showing her hand.
How the fuck does he think that pedophiles get caught in the first place?
She had to wave a great big flag saying, "Hello, I am a pedo."
Yeah, that's what... If you guys saw that video, the one from the People versus Preds thing, the guy, when he found all those pedos, like, that was, like, they showed their hand. They didn't just show their fucking hand, they showed the whole goddamn deck.
I slept with a 12-year-old boy. Because they're not...
Out of context, that sounded really weird.
Looking for her, Necro.
They are. Spoiler alert, they are.
They're not looking for her.
Why not?
So these sites that are actually looking for pedos, I despise them. I spit on them.
The only way that you could say that is if you are one yourself. I know he said I'm not one, which is great, Sweaty, but I encourage people that if they find pedos on the internet, they go ahead and throw the book at them. But why is he worried about that? If he's not a pedo, he has nothing to worry about. Unless...
Because I know it does not come from a concern for children.
But that makes no sense, because what if the low status individuals are the only... I can't with this logic.
It comes from the despising of the average guy like you and me walking the street.
I dress like I got fucking swag. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
They want to smear us as pedos even though we're not.
No one's smearing me. I'll go out on a limb and tell you that you can look through every part of my phone and you will not find any of that. This dude, on the other hand, and maybe, the Pedo Station 5. Facts. Swag is gay. Oh, you know what? We gotta find more of those memes. Swag is for boys. What was the other one? It's like swag is for boys and class is for men or something like that. You know those fucking memes. I got fucking drip. That's all I'm saying. And by drip, I mean a black shirt and some jeans. That's it. I got the Johnny Bravo fucking drip, bro.
We have to be villainized.
I'm not being villainized. I don't fucking care what random internet user 2000 thinks of me.
Understand?
No.
Thanks for telling us that this is a honeypot and that we need to report those people. I know you didn't say that exactly, but it's just really the hint that you're giving away.
Of course. Of course he is.
Because he's a degenerate furry. He is a furry. It's not even an assumption.
Right? That's what he wants. Of course, this fool hopes that he won't be targeted, but he is.
Wait, he won't be targeted? Bro, if anything, this video is because he...
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
It's the demographic being targeted. See? Do you understand?
Do you understand?
So what he is a guy who's hoping that other men get destroyed.
Huh?
For his benefit.
What, so, wouldn't that have the adverse effect of what he's trying to do? Like, I'm not trying to... Okay, you know what? I'm going to try to say this in the most non-offensive way, but it's going to come out that way anyways. This dude looks like like a pimple infested foot. And he's sitting here complaining about an anime booba game, but is a furry. If anything, the arena he's in will never get any kind of status. It'll always be that low. It will never come up because he's a furry. Furries are like, they're down there below house cat. Unironically. They're not going up. Weebs still have a chance. Anime is becoming more mainstream. He's literally grasping at fucking straws. And also, yes, he is mansplaining.
And you're wasting your time, Necro.
Well, no shit.
Engaging with these guys.
But it's funny, though.
If you engage with them, you just call them out.
Okay.
And this is what your video that's calling him out is a failure at it.
No, it's really not. If anything, I think more people are aware that this human exists.
Because I can't say you avoid their motivation. I think you simply don't realize what his motivations are.
I don't give a fuck about his motivation. His motivation it's not relevant to me. The video that he made about anime booba is all I care about. What the fuck?
Okay, so this is all I have to say. I think I've made my point.
You really didn't.
And I'm sub to you. I actually quite like your material, but I just want to give you a heads up.
That's fine, Sweaty. I don't...
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Whew. All right. Well, that's the videos, bros. Yeah, he's very much a men's rights activist. I think I did look at it a little bit like a while ago, but oh my god. Well, there's a video if I've ever seen one. If NECRO dropped the weird superior patronizing persona, he'd be able to actually think up good arguments. Yes, NECRO 13 lost to this self-loathing furry. Alex Cat said this. Alex Cat said this. When he deflected with, "Why don't you go after the real trademark pedophiles?" Which is just more villainization of men, including himself. This is so painfully typical of nerdy geeks. What? Alex Cat, that makes no sense. I don't even know who Alex Cat is. That's just his name. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm in a video saying we need to capture real pedos, and he's like, "Oh, you're deflecting, saying we need to capture real ones? Curious. Why must you allow yourself to suffer like this? You should be here drinking with me. Listen, one day." And by the way, I just remembered a thing, something that we actually need to do. Anime Expo. It's happening next year, okay? These dudes, I don't know what they're going for here, but Anime Expo's happening. That's how I can end this stream video thing, right? Anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna be at Anime Expo 2022 on July 1st through 4th. I'll probably be there until the 5th because it's gonna be expensive to leave LA. And 2, the 4th of July in Los Angeles, at least where I was at the last time that I went in 2019, banger. Certified hood classic. It was great. We'll have our Anime Expo stream soon. And then I can finally put it to bed, and then we'll finally have that in our little thing of NECRO lore. But we're gonna do the thing. But I'll show you everything that happened when I was there, and at least I'll go over it. I hope people can move about freely again in 2022. I don't know how many people are gonna go. I'm gonna keep it a fucking stack. I wish I can go to Anime Expo. Listen, you got plenty of time. The tickets are only $140 for the 4-day pass. Sorry to think about that. Actually, I'm actually really good at drinking. I just don't let me mix my own drinks. I just put too much liquor in them. That's all. I try to go for taste first, but in LA, it's gonna be great. So Anime Expo's happening next year. I'm gonna be there until at least the 5th. If you live in Southeast Asia, shout out to all my C bros. I need to fix my life before I could think about going to an Anime Expo. You know, I feel that, truthfully. But yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there at Anime Expo 2022, July 1st through the 4th. I'll be there I'll leave the 5th. By the way, I think you should go ahead and plan for the same. It's a pain in the ass to get out of LAX, and trust me, you do not want to be there when the weebs are trying to leave with you. How much tolerance do I have for alcohol? The last time I threw up, I drank like, I think it was like 2 full glasses of like Pendleton whiskey. Like, I say like glasses, but they were like this big, and they were full, and it was more whiskey than it was Coke. I was forced to mix it, so that means I didn't put a lot in there. Yo, you live 40 minutes from LA? All right, King of Weeps, we're gonna hang out one day then, okay? I'm gonna be down in LA probably next week or the week after, again, because I was there yesterday. Fun times. But but I'll do the Anime Expo stream, and then we can talk about all this Anime Expo shit, so you know what to expect. I keep trying to do it, and I can never get it just right. So, we'll get it together. But yeah, that's where, if you want to do a meetup, that's it. 151 rum, fill the rest with pineapple juice. See, I don't usually mix my drinks, so you could have like 10 drinks of something of like whiskey, but mixed with something else. Whereas I drink my whiskey straight with nothing, typically, anyways. This will be fun. I'll be at most of the bars. I don't do anime convention shit, so I don't go to like panels and stuff like that. There's no need for me to. I don't want to. But when it comes to doing like other stuff outside of that, like in the downtown Los Angeles area, you'll probably find me there first. That's what I did when I was there the last time, and that's what I'm gonna do again. Okay? Well, we'll talk about it. So, fun live stream, bros. I enjoyed hanging out with you and drinking this fine margaritas. There's a song called Margarita that I really like. It's by Sleepy Brown. You should go ahead and listen to it. It's an old song, so it sounds pretty outdated, but I'm also a boomer, so don't listen to me. I'm gonna try to make this Anime Expo a little bit better for meetups, because the last time I tried that, it just did not work. It was fucking tragic. Like, I think I tried to set up something the last time, and it just fell through the cracks. I was running around the entire convention, left and right. It was not happening. Actually, hang on. Yeah, so we'll try to figure it out. Oh, you guys are... the one with the X at the end, I'm not going to say it. I might get flagged for that one. But if you're not going to be there at Anime Expo, I will try to figure out a way to stream it. I think in LA you should be able to get like 5G ultra wideband, so maybe it won't be fucking terrible with everyone not on 5G, but we'll see. Listen, you think I make your night goated, but you guys make my night more goated. Whoa. Because I like hanging out with you guys and drinking. I love drinking with my bros. I'm not making another one. I don't think I'll make it. I'm already not making it. But next time, I think if it's not this next week, then it'll be the week of Christmas, probably. It's the 5G is the thing that turns you into an anime girl sometimes. On full moons, but also on the first Tuesday of every month. Yeah, there might be a video. It depends on depends on what I want to yell about today. We'll see. now I'm gonna go. What time is it? Holy shit! It's 10:35. I'm gonna You help me pass the time. Listen, here. Let me get real sentimental with you, chat. I like streaming and making videos because it's fun. It's 6:30. Oh my god, it's 6:30 a.m. Been catching up on One Piece. Oh my god, we got a One Piece fan in the chat. I'm just kidding. It's fine. People can like it. But I like streaming and I like making videos. And I guess in some regard, I was thinking about this the other day. In some regards, my videos almost make it sound like I'm a character in a way, which is weird when you think about it. Like, think about it for a second. Am I really that much of like a... Wait. Yeah, I like One Piece. Come at me, bro. I'm not listening to you. But, I like doing those things because they're fun. The sub count, kind of irrelevant. Not gonna lie, bros. I think that, hanging out with people is pretty much what I started doing YouTube for. So if I can't do that, and if I don't feel like I'm having fun doing it, or if it's just like boring to me, then I'm just gonna stop. Pretty simple. But at some point, I will be gone from YouTube. Probably because I just get busy with something else, or maybe it just ends up not being fun. But until that happens, we're gonna keep seeking out somebody to make fun of. Whether that be AniTubers or the video game fanboys, the PlayStation ponies, if you will. The Sony ponies. They're really on one. But, no, you're not a character. That's... Whoa, that makes you feel like a person to me? Whoa. I almost couldn't read that. DSP or Wings? If I had to choose who... If you're asking me who I would prefer to listen to forever, probably Wings. Will you stay on Twitter? Well, I was gonna say Jack, but he's gone. But if Twitter allows me to be on Twitter, I'll probably be on Twitter. I do want to start doing like video game reviews. I think I put that on the community tab. But I really want to do video game stuff. So I will probably start doing those here soon. But I got to find time to play any of those games. Some of them I've already played, so it'll be kind of like a weird thing of me just getting footage again. So we'll see what happens. But I want to review some stuff for the channel, and then we'll have that at least. I'm a mobile user. I don't have a GPU. Feels bad, man. Just post lewds on Twitter. That's the mission, right? Netflix live action cancel already. Listen, you know what? Yeah, Adam, fuck you. You're gonna have the One Piece fucking live action adaptation, Sugma. You're gonna have to deal with it, and I'm not gonna help you. You know what? I'm not gonna fucking help you. I'm just gonna find a way to make video game reviews kind of stand out a little bit. Not so much as stand out like, oh, they have to be unique, bros. I can't do anything without it. But I wanted to be like, if NECRO were to review games, what would it look like? NECRO, you're just an average person, and I'm the... Oh my god, I can't read. NECRO, you're just an average person. And in the realm of the internet and YouTube, that's rare, at least for me to find. You know, I hear that a lot, and maybe that's because when I watched like AniTubers, I feel like they actually are a character. Whoa. I just don't like it. So when I make a video, it's really here's a reenactment. I hope you guys are ready. Without the booze included. So what I do is I move everything out of the way. And I get right here in front of the mic. And then when I record a video, I usually fuck this up because I usually like drink something, so it'll be like, I call it pop. I'm that kind of person. If you call it soda or you call it a Coke, I don't really care. I call it pop. But I'll usually be drinking like a Mountain Dew or something, and then I'll start making the video. And it could be about like what we just saw from the cosmonaut guy. And this is how I would go. I hit the little record button, and I go, well, welcome back to another video, but today's going to be a little bit special. We're going to be talking about a person who doesn't like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know it's kind of weird that they don't exist, and maybe that they do, and it's just all a figment of my imagination. But for some reason, they really want you to know that they don't like it. And I'm sure it's going to be something like, wow, I like X, but I also hate X. And then I hit the record button. That's about how it goes. Wait, I want to make soda with a shaker. You know what? I'm going to become a fucking bartender on this stream. Big ups Maker's Mark. I do have some whiskey. Jeez. But I got to finish the Jack Daniels first. We're going to do that on another stream. We might do that on the Anime Expo stream. I need to drink my pain away, okay? We'll see. Oh my goodness. Sody Pop. I hate you. Shut up. But thanks for coming to the live stream. I actually remembered to upload the video for the stream from last week today. So it's on the NECRO streams and archiver. So if you haven't subscribed to get this, if you don't catch them on time and you want to see the replays, you can catch them on there. Like a week later. I think that's what I was going for, and then I forgot. But if you want to watch it again, you got to be a member. If you're not a member, you can sign up today for only $1 a month. And you get access to all the emotes, all the behind. I got to move like the other videos from like Patreon and stuff. I'm going to move those over to the thing so that way you guys can see them. And then, what was the other shit I have to do? Or I have? I don't know. I got to figure that out. And then also, I'm going to make like a little credit screen for the end of streams. I need to get like one of those stream labels, I think is what they're called. And that way you can see your things actually pop up on the screen. Hey, did you guys see it? Did it pop up on the screen? Over there? We'll see. I don't have my mom's credit card. Steal it. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That is actually a crime. By the way, I used to take phone calls for Apple. I'll do that on another stream. I'm not going to bore you guys to death. All right. Have a good night, chat. I'll see you probably sometime this week if I stream again. Smiley face.